AD has approved KC-1400 Collective. Everybody want to hear me say that? This is what it's all about. They're around. They are supporting. The money is going directly to our student athletes. They're signing deals. They have contracts. Let's do it. I mean, without this collective, we won't be successful. We won't be able to sustain our student athletes. I mean, 1400 Collective have done a really, really good job of keeping a lot of our athletes here.
Jackson State has a collective full throttle. They have a collective full throttle. And I mean, like, so they, you know, we won the national championship in 2023, and we were slowly but surely trying to get our collective going. Jackson State won it this past year. Their collective is full throttle. Like, it is full throttle. They don't want to lose.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Y'all come on in, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. It's a special day, man. It's an absolute special day. Hey, sis. See you out there, man. As always, holding it down, doing what she do, doing how she do, what she do. Yeah, man. As you come in, I pinned a different comment to the chat tonight. We got a little competition going on right now over on X. So if you're watching the live stream on YouTube, just click the link that's pinned in the chat. And if you haven't voted, go vote. We need you to go vote. Let's go and win that thing like we did last year. Let's run it back to back. But nevertheless, man, today is a special day. Well, actually tomorrow, but we're going to celebrate it tonight. It's your boy's birthday. So, you know, I'm going to keep that up all night. So if you're feeling festive, if you're feeling in a charitable spirit, feel free to oblige. So I'm blessed to see another 365. You know, I definitely want to thank the good Lord for health and strength. You know what I mean? Giving me the motivation and the energy and the mental focus to lock in on getting healthier. Feel real good, y'all. I've been working out, and I'm in a really good groove right now. I'm having great discipline with what I eat, and you know, it takes a while when you become undisciplined with food and you get all out of shape. And I did all that traveling and all the tailgate food and all that good stuff, man. It catch up with you, man. Next thing you know, man, I was almost, you know, I was looking for some NIL money. I was about to go back to, you know, I was about to go play some college football, man, so I can get an NIL deal, man. I was at 300 pounds, man. I was like, man, I need to be a center or somebody, you know, for somebody. I need to see if they still got somebody got some eligibility for you, boy. But no, man, I'm thankful, man. I really am, man. God has been great to myself, my family, and just all the things that I've been able to do over the past couple of years, especially with this platform. Thankful for you guys. You guys have made this thing a joy. You're the reason why I do it. Sometimes I don't necessarily have the energy to do it, but I think about you guys and I'm like, you know what? This is a mission that we're on, and I got to keep it rocking and rolling, man. So definitely gonna get this thing kicked off tonight. You know, my birthday is officially tomorrow. So for those who don't watch the show live because they be going to bed early or what have you, when you watch it on April 29th, 2025, it'll be your boy's birthday. So if you're feeling that way, I ain't begging, but I am putting that cash app out there. I work hard, man. So I got, you know, make sure y'all understand. You know, I ain't gonna drop it on social media. I know tomorrow is gonna be brutal. I keep my Facebook page locked, so I'm gonna have 50 million freaking inboxes. And y'all know, if y'all know me, I'm really OCD about notifications, so it's gonna probably drive me nuts. Because I know how Facebook is. People tend to send all these freaking happy birthday, you know what I mean? So it's just, hey, Buffs suck, man. Don't start that tonight, bro. I'm gonna block. Come on, man. Don't. I mean, it's okay, man. They got. I think Hunter with Jackson State's doing well. Travis Hunter's doing well, but that's all I'm gonna speak on that tonight. But no, yeah, man. Listen, I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm thankful. 43 years, man. 43 of them things. Well, I'm getting up there. I used to always be the youngest one, you know, the youngest of all my mother's kids, but if you keep going around the sun 365, you'll continue to get of age, man. So thank you for those in advance, the birthday wishes in advance. Just kind of want to get that started with that. But nevertheless, man, we got a great action-packed show tonight. Got a lot to talk about. You guys are welcome to join the conversation. You know, it's been a lot of chatter. You can't get on social media, whether it's X, Facebook, or Instagram or TikTok, without seeing some form of dialogue regarding what transpired this past weekend over with the NFL draft and our beloved record-breaking quarterback, Shedeur Sanders, right? He did break a record when he was here. Touchdown record in 2022. But we're ecstatic for him and all that good stuff. Nevertheless, it is what it is, man. We gonna get some things popping. We're gonna talk about it tonight. So yeah, man. I'll start this way. We'll talk about our foundation, Friends of KC-1400 Inc. Cool thing about our foundation is this. I don't just put this up here just to talk about, just to mention it. Our collective that we see that out there. We push that quite a bit. Our collective is merely a division of our nonprofit organization. We are a 501c3 charitable, profitable foundation and organization, and our mission is to provide strategic resources and financial support to the Jackson State University student community through collaborative initiatives to stabilize and enhance the viability of students. Not only just that, but also administrators, if there's an opportunity for us. We're working on another round of toiletries right now. I got that request today. We're going to take care of some stuff for some of the coaches over there at the university, because that's what we do. So if you'd like to participate in that in any shape, form, or fashion, you can go to Givelify, and you can literally at the bottom of the screen, you see where it says Givelify. You can go to Givelify, search out Friends of KC-1400 Inc., and then you can donate towards any initiative that we have going on. So feel free to donate at any time. It's all tax deductible. Trust me, it's worth it. So nevertheless, but our foundation is everything. Our foundation is not separate from the collective. The collective is actually under the umbrella of the foundation. So if you were to make any checks payable to the collective, you have to make checks payable to Friends of KC-1400 Inc. That's the way that works. So just so folks understand the importance of the foundation and why we emphasize it every single show. So, there may be somebody out there watching that they may have a little money, and they may want to support what we're doing in a major way. We have a means to receive that support via our foundation, and they can get a tax break, so just wanted to start there and go from there. TD, man, how you doing, bro?
Hey, what's up, Ken?
How you doing, man? I'm doing wonderful. Long time no see, brother. Good to see you, man. You good?
Yeah, I'm pretty good, man. Just living life.
Man, you gotta pick that energy up tonight, baby. Can't come in here dragging. I know life be throwing kung fu kicks. We all gotta hit it every now and again, but glad to see you, man. Glad you can join us. Looking forward to the conversation regarding past weekend and anything else you want to share. But nevertheless, man, go through these quick preliminaries real quick, and then we'll let you get in where you fit in. I want to shout out ShotRx, man, one of our channel sponsors. Shout out to Dr. Ted over there. We appreciate all the support that he gives to this platform. We're thankful for him. Cannon Toyota, of Vicksburg. Shout out to Billy and Clay and the rest of the fellas. Shout out to our brother Will over at Cannon Nissan of Jackson. We appreciate the support. Impact Tickets, as well as Auto Masters. Listen, if you look in the market for a used vehicle, you're looking for a specific make or model, give these brothers a good call, man. They're Jack State alums, and they support this platform. And you can give them a shout at 601-927-7794, and they'll get you squared away and get you taken care of. All right, man. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers. We're about 400, little over 400 subscribers away from hitting our $8,000, not $8,000, but our 8,000 subscriber mark. When we do that, I mean, it's only going to continue to help the channel elevate. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on X, we ask you to go over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, man. You can help us by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you turn your notification bells on, so anytime we drop content on the platform, you get notified and you catch it right when it's fresh off the press, man. But nevertheless, we talked about the collective. Listen, you guys know what it is when it comes to the collective. You guys, I'll let the chat and our moderators drop that link in the chat. And if you haven't signed up, get signed up. We'll spend some time talking about a little bit of that on later part of the show. But every show we're going to talk about the collective. We're still pushing and growing. We have a monumental, and I say monumental, partnership that we have been able to secure. We can't really discuss it just yet until things are final with some legality stuff. So once that is done and it is finalized, we will share with the public what we've been working on over the past couple of months. And I'll say this, it's going to be exciting. You know, we got some events coming behind the partnership, a pretty cool partnership, man. It's going to help move us in the right direction with our collective and be able to really take care of more student athletes, man. So nevertheless, we appreciate that. I'll say this, the portal wasn't as impactful this time around as it could have been, because it could have been worse, trust me. But the mere fact that we do have something in place, it is in the means, TD, it does have the capability of helping some of our Tigers stay at home base, right?
Right.
But that, you know, I'm excited and appreciative for what it is that we do. But nevertheless, you know, we did let one of them that we did that was a part of the brand slip through the cracks on us. We talked about Spence. We wish him the best. Getting a lot of offers out there. Let you know that we have some great talent on our roster that other coaches covet across the country, even at the FBS level. And we wish him all the best. And hopefully he, you know, picks an opportunity where he gets to go and play next 2 years and hopefully dominate and get his name called on the 2027 NFL draft, right? Or 28, whichever one that may be. But nevertheless, the collective is important. So the link is in the chat. Thank you, Shanetta, for dropping that link. If you haven't had a chance to sign up, get signed up, man. We appreciate that. We need that. That's what it's all about. So last but not least, and then we'll take a break and just chit-chat a little bit. We have, don't forget, family, we have the fan rings. The fan rings. You can go to gojsutigers.com and you can actually find this actual piece that was featured in there, and you can click the link, $450. You can get a ring for the national championship, or you can get a pendant, whichever is your liking, whichever you choose, or you can get both of them. If you got 900 to splurge, drop that 900 and go and get it. But you have to get your order in. Literally, you only got like about 17 days before the deadline. After 17 days, it's over with. So May 15th, all orders got to be in by May 15th. So if you want to get you a fan ring, go ahead and get that fan ring. Don't wait on it. All right, brother. How you been, man?
A lot been going on, man. Good evening, Tiger Nation. Hope everybody's doing well, man. I'm blessed, man.
Oh yeah.
Feeling, you know, I'm just kind of chill. You know, you got, you know, like I said, I always say life be lifing, man. You know,
do, man. It do.
Not, it's coming. And if, every day is not going to be sunny, man. And I understand that. And I don't expect it to. And I be prepared for those rainy days, those cloudy days. But, man, I'm still good, man. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I'm able to chit chat with my Tiger family. So
Yes,
I'm
sir.
good. What's up? What's up, Ty B? Everybody in the chat, man. I hope y'all had a good weekend.
Man, it was an interesting weekend. A lot of that was what we're gonna talk about, man. Tonight, I want to get your thoughts on it. I gave my initial reaction. If you didn't watch the draft, I'm pretty sure you've seen the chatter around the draft, and especially in regards to the biggest topic of the NFL draft, obviously, was Shador. But I'll say this, CD, I didn't realize how famous Shador was, man, until I think this weekend really like nailed it down for me. We obviously knew he was a famous kid, man, but I'll tell you one thing. I'm pretty sure the Lakers should thank the Shador for having the world distracted because we absolute collapse yesterday that I figured would happen. I didn't want to watch the game, TD, because I was like, up 10 going into the fourth quarter, I feel like the Lakers going to find a way to lose. And they did just that. Lost the game. Now they down 3-1. And normally, if the airwaves ain't really cloudy, TD, everybody's – now, there was still some folks, obviously, wrecking on Bron and all that good stuff. But that's neither here nor there. The topics that still dominated and controlled the airwaves was what transpired at the NFL draft. And it is what it is. I mean, but there's a lot that happened, bro. A whole lot that happened with the prank calls. And it wasn't just Shador that got pranked. It was actually several players that got pranked, which tells me that the data that was, stolen, from the little rich kid or what have you. And we're gonna touch on his apology. It wasn't number AI generated. TD, you can go to Chat GPT and say, hey, can you write me an apology letter for Shador for doing a prank call, da-da-da-da-da. And the internet is a funny place. They went and figured out this is all AI generated because they use AI to determine if the AI is AI. And AI was like, yeah, this is AI. So it's just it's a funny thing. Yeah, they did call Tyler Warren, also the same kid. They called a couple of kids. They called somebody that had got drafted and TD, they told them that they was traded. Like it was just it was. I don't like trolls and I don't like pranks. You know what I mean? Like I always say, don't prank me. I'm not into pranks, man. I just, a prank might lead to, somebody getting punched in the face or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't do all that. I don't play with people's emotions and use, working people up for shits and giggles and for a laugh, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just not my style. But nevertheless, 1 year they got a kid to Atlanta camp and it was all wow. So 1 year they told the kid he had a camp invite and really like that's cruel, man. That's cruel. You know what I mean? I just don't have it in me to do stuff like that. But it's usually comes from the prep boys that got access to that info, and you're not used to struggling, so it's a joke to play on.
Some people have just weird sense of humor, and what's funny to them is maybe serious to somebody else, and sometimes you don't realize how serious a situation is until the outcome of it, and now you're in apology mode or you're in mode, and hopefully then nobody get hurt, from the prank that you
absolutely.
That you did.
It's
so
possible.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. A prank is nothing but a big lie, a glorified laugh of a lie, and lies can cost people their lives if you're not careful.
Facts.
So you just have to, when you're dealing with and we all did immature things as adolescents and young people, young adults. I mean, and then you actually have some old people that still do dumb stuff.
Yeah, like what is it, like Nephew Tommy? Like the radio station, they'll call people and get them. I have never, ever, ever thought that was funny. I've never enjoyed that. I've never thought calling. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You call someone and you let it go on, and then they bust out laugh and say, this
Right.
this Nephew Tommy from the radio station. I get that type of stuff, but it's just not humorous to me. I don't like it, bro. I don't like that kind of humor. it's just not my thing, bro. So,
I mean, I don't hear that often. I think the last one I heard by him, he called the Congress lady. I watched. Is it Jasmine? She's slipping my mind. But they were expecting the one that always, is her name Jasmine?
Jasmine. Damn, if you wouldn't have asked me that, I was just talking about it earlier today.
Right. But he called the pranker and
Jasmine last night, y'all, because when you didn't know it, it's like my brain just paused for some. Jasmine Crockett, thank you.
Yeah, Jasmine Crockett.
She's actually the commencement speaker for Tougaloo, by the way. That's pretty dope.
She is. She is this year.
I don't know why my brain went blank just.
I mean,
I was talking about it today at lunch, like literally, because I was sitting, I was literally just talking about it, literally early.
Yeah, but he called her and he really trying to make her, upset and go off and do this, and he kept poking, and she never fell for it. And he finally told her who he was. She started laughing. He was like, "Hey, cool, funny, whatever." He said, "But I have better things to be concerned about than a prank."
I'm gonna say this, bro. I don't listen to it. I won't listen to it. So I'm gonna just tell y'all something. When I tell y'all that it's triggering for me. I don't know why it triggers me. I don't like that kind of humor. I won't listen to it. So, TD, do you know, to this day, I have not listened to the Shedeur Sanders prank call. I only read that once the video starts and I hear him on the other line, like, hey, this is Mickey Loomis, I just turn it off. I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm very protective of certain stuff from entering into my ears, bro. Like, I don't I don't know what that is and why I'm that way. But I never, ever, ever listen to pranks. Like if I see it's a prank, I never enjoyed Punk'd. I never cared for the Ashton Kutcher stuff. It just never was my thing because I know I'm the type of person that, it probably ain't gonna end well for that person. And I don't want to be triggered into I'm just telling you, bro. Like I don't want to get into that type of stuff because I know how I can get. And I probably you probably would lose me as a friend. Like I'm dead serious. Like if you're a friend of mine, my friends know don't prank him. Leave him alone. Because he probably never talk to you in life again. I'm serious. And you can say, oh, you too serious. No, when I say I hate that stuff, bro, I don't like playing with folks' emotions because you get all worked up or you scare people. Like I don't care for all that. I may mess around and have my heart may skip a beat and may cause me some type of health issues or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just me, bro. I do not ever listen to it. So I'm saying because of that, I could not listen to it. So I never heard it. I only just kind of followed the context because it's almost like listening to prank calls is like somebody putting their nails on a chalkboard and just scratching. I can't hear it, bro. I won't do it. That call me OCD, call me crazy, call me whatever, but I don't know. But I understand. He said he keeps him up on the road. No, if you find that type of humor enjoyable, cool. I ain't telling you what to not laugh at. Humor is humor. But I don't care for it, especially in situations like this. For example, let's talk about Isaiah Bond. T, do you know who Isaiah Bond is?
They said wide receiver from Texas.
Okay, I'll tell you who he is. He played for Alabama under Coach Nick Saban.
Okay.
He's one of the best wide receivers on the team. When Saban retired and they hired Kellen DeBoer from Washington, Isaiah Bond entered the transfer portal. He transferred to Texas. I was like, damn, now they're not playing fair. Really good wide receiver, TD. He did not get drafted. I think if he would have stayed at Alabama, he probably would have got drafted, but I don't know what happened. I really don't. But for someone like this, a young man who feels like they played football for 4 years through college, they've done enough to get their name called on Sunday. I just think that's a bit too much, man, because that type of stuff, I don't know. I've never had my name called. Hell, I've watched some draft reactions, bro, and it has choked me up because I'm so happy for somebody I don't even know. You follow what I'm saying? So if I can be pulled in, you know what I'm saying? I'm an intense dude, man. So most intense people get emotional very fast. You know, not that you just don't want to lose your emotions and deal, you know, be in a state of rage and nothing like that. What I'm saying is that we're talking about passion. We're talking about I sympathize and I relate to the human in people, man. You know what I'm saying? So if I see you and I got love for you, which you know I do, and I see you in pain, bro, I feel your pain. If I'm seeing you choked up, I'm a mess around and get choked up too. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of person I am. I ain't this hard brick where nothing phases me type person, right? So with that, anybody that knows that this is a very, 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 very special and once in a lifetime emotional moment for these kids, bro, and for you to call someone, that shit ain't funny, bro. It's actually cruel because he never got his name called, did he? So imagine him thinking that he got drafted, bro. A dream come true, and it's a prank.
I think he picked up on it toward the end of the call.
Cool. That's cool. But like I said, I'm like this. Run that fade, man. I don't care nothing about that apology. I mean that. Mm-hmm. Somebody think that I'm wrong for that. You take it how you want to take it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about this. And I think the defensive coordinator should be fired from the Atlanta Falcons. I absolutely believe that.
Because it was the
breach. There's no profession in America, bro, where you work for the company you work for. We're not gonna say what company you work for. There is private information that is at that company. And if you are reckless and when your daughter grabbed your laptop, right, go out there and put confidential information on her social media account, brother, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be looking for another job.
For sure.
Just telling you that. You're gonna be looking for another job.
Yeah, so that's facts.
I get it. I understand that. Folks don't know what I'm talking about. We're talking about this prick who thought it was funny and we'll go how it goes. But
actually, it was the other guy.
Well, I know he's the one that got the list though.
Oh, he the one with the list.
That's the son with that big look on his face. That's him. I'm just saying, bro. I don't like. I thought. I tell you that I don't like pricks, man. I don't like snarky pricks. I don't like privileged assholes, man. And I'm part of I don't like those type of people, bro. Because you playing on people's emotions. I'm sorry. I'm just not that kind of guy. I punch you in your face, bro. Like, and then I'll just deal with the consequences. So I just try to stay out of those type of situations. I'm just saying, like, you know, I don't like that type of stuff. And I'm the type of person, I'm gonna tell you what friend I am. If y'all finna, let's say our partners are around and everybody finna do a prank, I'm gonna say, man, don't do that, bro. I'm gonna be the killjoy. I'm the killjoy guy. So if you don't know me, I'm like, nah, dog, don't do that. We ain't gonna do that, bro. Like, we find something else to have fun with, but let's not do that. And if you still gonna do it, TD, I'm gonna separate myself from it. I'm gonna say, hey, bro, I'm out. Y'all got it. I'm not gonna participate in this, bro. That's just me. But there are some people who just, man, it's you're too serious. No, I'm not trying to get faded, dog. Because where I'm from, when you play with the wrong people, you might get your nose broke or worse. So I just come from a place where you don't play like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like I'm not a fan of people taking pictures of folk when they sleep and posting it on social media.
I don't like people messing with people in their sleep, period.
Right.
Putting stuff on their lips and all in their nose, gluing that stuff ain't funny to me. I just don't like messing with people. That's all I'm saying. I don't, and maybe what you guys are hearing is I don't like bullies. I don't like people that mess with people, man. And you say, well, he must have been bullied. I was bullied. I'm sure many of us have probably had elements of that. But until you knock one of them, until next week. But anyway, not that the point that I'm making is this. So this young fella with the arrow pointing to him is his name is Jackass Albright. It say Jax, but we're gonna call him Jackass for the purposes of the conversation, right? So Jackass Albright is the son of this dweeb down here at the bottom for Atlanta Falcons, the defensive coordinator. All right. So he left his iPad open, and his privileged prick of a son grabbed all these numbers. I'm pretty sure, TD, they might have been. I think they were the ones behind it all, if you ask me. You get what I'm saying? But this is all I'm saying. Let's move on. All right. The Atlanta Falcons came out and they dropped a statement. I'm not going to read that hogwash. And then he put out an AI generated statement. I know Shador took his call because Shador is a stand-up kid. He's really a good kid. But what's crazy to me is it was amazing how Shador, the narrative around Shador was he needed to be more humble. Yet when you got someone that shows real true character flaws publicly, embarrasses their father, probably gonna cost him his job, probably won't cost him his job because of, certain people get certain passes. I'll just say that. You do with that what you want to do with it. But nevertheless, let me put out this bogus apology. You're not sorry, bro, because you had every intention on doing what you did. When you stole the numbers, you saved it and you waited until it was draft week to get it done. So that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want to hear no apologies when you know your intent was to do it. I'd rather you say, you know what, it was a lapse in judgment. I shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean? I would say I apologize, but I don't think an apology is appropriate because it would be dismissive of my actions. You follow what I'm saying? I think that's where that comes into play at. But anyway, I just wanted I wasn't planning on going into that soon, but I don't know why I went into it when I did, but I did want to go ahead and just kind of put that up there since I knew we would talk about it. But I know what it's called. It definitely is. The NFL is great. Yeah, it is. It's always been that way. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. They said this is the other part. So this is another good one that I don't understand. Like, this is when youthfulness gets you in trouble because and we live in an era where we want to record everything that we're doing. That's stupid to me. I don't understand that. Like, how like for example, Shay is getting in. He got him a situation on his hand, TD. So I just would rule of thumb, what I would just say in recommendation, I ain't never done nothing like this. And even if I did, I wouldn't say it. But I'm going to just, word of advice. If you're going to put a camera up to record yourself, it might not be in the best interest to do that, bro, when you're paying for it. You follow what I'm saying? When you paying OnlyFans model and you like, for somebody that you respect, that you watch, that you think got common sense, I'm just flabbergasted that he got tricked out of his bread the way that he did, bro. Got tricked out of his position tricking off, man, because that's what he was doing. He was paying for her services and which is illegal. I guess it's legal, depending on where you at. I think he live in Vegas or something like that, huh, bro? I don't know. But I'm talking about Shannon Sharp, right? But this is what I'm saying. It probably wouldn't be in the best interest, bro, to record yourself doing stupid stuff. I don't understand that. Like, for example, TD, it's almost as bad as these, how rappers get on these interviews and tell everything. They tell on themselves, and the FBI just be doing this right here. Guys be flashing guns and flashing money and telling on themselves. Boy, these folks make it so easy for the laws to just come get them because of what? Clout. I just have never understood that. If you're gonna do something mischievous or something illegal or something crazy, it will probably be in your best interest not to record it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people record stuff, just to have proof, just to say, and a lot of the time the intent may be, well, I'm just gonna show one or two people.
That's gonna go bad, TD. It's gonna go bad.
It's like having the top secret and say, well, kid, I'm just only gonna tell you. you know, because I trust you and I'm gonna leave it like in
You better just
right.
know that when you do that, 10 other people gonna know, and they're gonna say,
they
hey,
know it before.
Hey, don't say nothing, bro. But check this out. And then next thing you know, everybody in the room know your business, but they told everybody not to say nothing. Now I'm just saying, if you are in the position, now I'm gonna say this: I can't relate. I'm not a millionaire, not even close to it. You know what I'm saying? Never been one. You know, don't know what it feels like to be famous or none of that stuff. But I would just think, man, like common sense would say, man, you're famous. You know what I'm saying? You have a very recognizable face. You're on national networks. You got a award-winning podcast. You got all this money. If you're gonna turn some tricks, bro, it might be best to not put it on film. You know what I mean? That way you know, in case things were to you get extorted or some sort, you don't want all your business being exposed like that, bro. You follow what I'm saying?
Did he know he was being recorded?
Yeah, he had to. It wasn't like it was a secret because he was the one that said, look, if y'all gonna release just a short version of the video, then release the whole 10 minutes. I'm like, damn, bro. You got a whole 10-minute video? Like, bro, listen, the one thing about videos, TD, people can't unsee it. If you don't believe me, ask Ray Rice. Now, terrible situation. You remember what happened with Ray Rice, right?
I do.
TD, if what happened with Ray Rice, if there wasn't a camera, Ray Rice would have still been playing football.
Right.
He would have got a slap on the wrist, but he would have been able to continue his football career. What made the Ray Rice situation bad was the fact that there was a video camera and people could not unsee. It didn't make no difference that she sat next to him holding his hand. It didn't make no difference that they got married. It didn't make no difference that he went to anger management. He done went to every therapy session. It did not matter, bro. His career was over because people had saw it. So all I'm saying is that's a dangerous game when you tell people to unleash a video of you being a 50-something-year-old, big old, strong, cock-strong, Bronco-looking joker. You with this old 19-year-old, innocent face that is going to be very traumatizing for a lot of people, bro. And I'm just saying, it's going to be some people that ain't never going to want to work with you, never see you the same.
Yeah, I mean, that's why a lot of time I try to be mindful, you know, of what I do. I mean, people always can take something and make it into nothing or something.
That's the internet
thing, period. That's why a lot of time, like, you know, I tell you, I'm cautious about, you know, by being on social media. I mean, I go in and look on this net. I mean, it's just like here. I mean, you can say one thing, people can clip it out and make it seem like you said something else. I mean, they're just what we living in, and like I said, a lot of times we got to have proof. You know, it's like somebody commit a heinous crime and then they take pictures of it. I mean, what are we doing? I mean,
I'm talking about like this, bro. Yeah, I did it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did it. It's like, come on, bro. Are you serious? But hey, it is what it is, man. But and
even like you said, you know, with the Shador situation, you say he took his call. I mean, why not be a bigger man and just push on? I mean, your life wouldn't go on with the NFL and stuff anyway. It was a cruel call, but again, you're dealing with an immature, you know, young man that don't realize the significance of the damage that he's about to cause or caused at that time because of the maturity. Maturity level is very serious. I mean, it's a real life thing, you know. Even with dating and stuff, when you have to realize when you're dating and dealing with younger people in whatever facet that it is, that you know.
I don't think that Charles. I don't think that I don't think Smack has that kind of power to orchestrate that type of thing. I think the NFL draft was already enough to garner all the attention and conversation. I don't know if this is about potentially the fake prank call, because the prank call wasn't just about Shador. It was other players that got pranked. But of course, the Shador obviously was going to get talked about more than everyone else. just like the coverage with Shador is going to be covered just as much as everyone else. So I don't think Smack is no, I don't think that that's the case. I mean, if it is, I would, you know, it is what it is. I just don't see that because it's too many other variables and factors. It's too many people that would have to be in on it, and from what we just seen, it just wasn't. I thought the NFL basically told the Sanders family that, you know, y'all. I expressed that on Saturday that this is our league. We run this league. We do what we want to do, and you guys are going to acquiesce to what we say, or you won't be a part of it. And I thought that was the long and short. The short version of basically what transpired. There's a lot of different think pieces and a lot of different narratives you can create from it. There can be some conspiracies, but I mean, hell, it might even be a 30 for 30, TD. depending on how his career goes. If now he has a job. Now he has, and we're gonna move on and talk about everybody. But I'll say this, and then because we'll come back to Shador here in a little bit. But I'll say this, TD. If he plays well, everybody's gonna have to eat crow, right? But if he doesn't play well, everybody's gonna be like, "Well, I told you so." So I think the teams and owners that passed up on him is probably hoping that he don't play well, because if he does, he's gonna make all of them look like idiots.
Well, I mean,
play well.
I mean, I think the young man is talented. He definitely. I mean, that's why they have coaches. You know, even the best of the best have coaches. The coach players up. I know Sean Payton, the head coach of the Denver Broncos, you know, paraphrasing, saying basically, hey, the young man's going to have a chip on his shoulder. So he's going to come out, you know, looking to, you know, blaze. So it depends on how you look at it. You know, Shador going to give it the right coach, you know, build up his team and, you know, go out and play. So, yeah, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He'll come out and play. How they're going to turn out? I mean, we don't know. But, you know, like I said, Sean Payton gave him credit about having a chip on his shoulder because he was passed up so many times. He felt that he was a good player. And I think he's a good player too. You know, all of us, you know, the league is going to mature you in your craft, in your field. And when he get there where he needs to be, I think he had a chance to be a very dominant player, a good leader.
Well, I mean, and I see you insert human here. I see. Listen, I mean, we don't know nothing, man. We just go off what we've seen, and if it's a setup, cool, it'll come out. I mean, I don't think that it's like I don't think people really care as much as you think. I think people are just having dialogue about what they saw and what they witnessed. It was a bit uncomfortable because a lot of times when you are witnessing something live, you don't know what's happening. So if you don't really understand it, you don't know. I'm not into like conspiracy theories and all that type stuff. Conspiracy theories and if it turns out to be, you know what I've noticed about conspiracy theories, TD? There's never ever a definite answer to anything. It's always this foggy speculation around that topic. And it just stays that way. Yes, I saw the jacket, comrade. Yes, it had the JSU logo inside of it. Yes, had Colorado, JSU. Absolutely, I did see that. That was a cool jacket.
They're the one made by Straight.
I understand. Listen, I get it. So let me say this to you, and I'm gonna leave it alone until we have further conversations. However, you think it was, but if you think it was a conspiracy for ratings. The ratings were high. The ratings were definitely high. I mean, if you're saying Deion was in on it and Shador was always going to get picked by the Browns, and then I don't know if, I guess the setup for them thinking that they was going to get the draft party, TD, with the big setup, I guess that was given to them free to make it look like they was ready for. It's a lot that goes into conspiracies, man. Again, if you feel that way, cool. Then you got all the answers and we don't. You're plugged and you know what we don't. So that makes you special. And we're just puppets watching TV. I'm not watching anything, brother. If you get it, I don't, because at the end of the day, I just want to watch the game. Because at the end of the day, here's what you can't conspiracy, TD. You know what you can't conspiracy? On-field production. When you hike the ball, I don't think that defensive lineman on the other side of the field is not trying to rip your freaking head off. I don't think he cares about his Nike contract. I don't think he cares about the draft ratings. I don't think he cares about how many. What they don't care about the. If I play for the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Broncos are playing the Browns, I don't think TD gonna be over here hoping the Denver Broncos suck so Shador can look good.
No, at all.
And I don't think the Denver Bronco players are gonna be. Let's just sandbag it so Shador can have. No, they're gonna try to rip his face mask off his head. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that goes. That's football for you, man.
Unless, like some people feel like about sports that the fix is in. You know what I'm saying?
But that's TD. That's a very miserable life, though.
Right.
You do realize that that's a miserable life. To always listen, I get it. There are some people who always sees the eye in the sky. They always understand the message behind everything. They see nothing is what it is. And if you're the only person that sees everything for what it is and everybody else is just puppet, I mean, it's kind of miserable, bro, when you really think about it. Because you're living in a world that nobody else sees what you, I don't know. I don't know what the benefit of that really is. Even if that was the case, what are we going to really do about it? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, only thing I really will say about anything is when I'm watching television, whether it's the news, whether it's something on the internet, whether it's, you know, and you hear about a story, I mean, you never know the other side.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not interested. I have no interest in watching the Cam Ward 0-star. I'm just not. If they do a 30 for 30 on him, I may tune in, but people watch what they're entertained by, bro. And Cam Ward has no correlation to nothing that is going on with the platform. Shador is relative to us because this is a Jack State Sports Chat and he played for JSU. That's why it's important, because otherwise it'd just be, hey, Deion's son that never played at I'm not going to be talking about no Deion's son if he never played at Jackson State. The correlation is JSU, brother. I don't care. I mean, Cam Ward just got $48 million, TD, to be the franchise quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. And he's a nice kid. I hope he does well. I'll be rooting for the young brother. But I'm not interested in a story. I don't know if they're doing it, if they're not doing it. Maybe they're doing it on the Miami Hurricanes podcast. Maybe they're doing it on the Tennessee Titans podcast. If they do, hey, man, knock yourself out, man, looking for that content. But if you get tired of us talking about Shador, I'm going to remind you the why we talk about Shador. Because here's what's not going to happen. Y'all not going to come over here and tell us what to talk about. It's going to be Jackson State centric. That's the common denominator, because we got some other players we're going to talk about too. All right, go ahead, bro. I won't interrupt you. I'm sorry.
I'm done. I'm good. I think EA was probably saying in the whole just.
I know what EA was saying.
Yeah.
But that's my answer to it.
I think it'll be a good story. I like the fact that the young man,
it probably will be, TD. I said this was a key word. I said I'm not interested in it
right
at this moment. That because this is what I hear when I hear questions like, "What's the intent of the question?"
To change the subject.
And if you're tired of the subject, then click off the goddamn channel, bro. Like, I mean that. And I come off like, no, it's not. We're not gonna do that. And I'm not. I'm just telling you, that's how that goes. We talk about Jackson State related stuff. And you know why? Because we're going to talk about the other players that played at Jackson State that's now going to get NFL opportunities. This is not a Shador show. This was I ain't going to do that no more. We're going to keep going. Rob McDaniel, bro, signed. All right. little intel that came to us today, TD. I gotta say this because, well, should I say it? I don't think it really matters at the end of the day. I think at the end of the day, let's just say this. I'll say it this way. Rob McDaniel pretty much kind of knew what was going to happen with him, TD, Saturday morning. And I think that he, I'll say it this way. I think that he wasn't Saturday morning. I don't think he was even expecting to get drafted that day because he had a pretty much his agent did such a phenomenal job of securing him a free agent contract. So if they would have drafted it would have been great. But the reality, when we talked to Miss Rashida, the reality of her agency is about getting her guys to the second contract. Look, we're going to get you on this roster. You go do your thing, you ball out, and let's get to that second contract because look at what just happened with Marquise Bell, right? Undrafted free agent. Everybody in the SWAC knew that he was good enough to get drafted. The Cowboys opted to take the cheaper route, right? He got to choose where he got to go. Now he didn't get that he didn't have his moment where he was able to put the hat on and clap and have a family and have a party, but he was able to go to camp, ball out, and he was able to get a second contract, and now he's a millionaire. That's a cool situation. A great defense too, by the way.
Wait. Hey, say that other part again. Now he's a what?
I don't know what I just said. What I just
said now he's a millionaire.
No, my bad. I'm saying which part you're talking about. So no, yeah. Marquise Bell is a millionaire.
You talking about Marquise Bell? Okay. I
was saying he's taking the Marquise Bell route, or you could say that I'm using that. This is for you, bro. This is for bro EA. It is. The Commanders have a really good defensive system. Matter of fact, I was just about to say that. Boy, Mike B, you read my mind, baby. The Commanders head coach Dan Quinn was the defensive coordinator when Bell was signed. So he likes those hybrid type linebacker / hybrid guys that can move up TD and make hits. Now it's up to Rob to go out there and put the work in. It's up to him to go out there, earn his keep, but we know he's gonna do his thing, right? And that's the beauty of it. So if Rob gets through his rookie contract, makes that 53-man roster, hey man, that's a win. Even if it's special team, just make the cut. As I told him, make the cut, bro. Make the cut. And we're proud of it, man. So Washington Commanders, one of my best friends over in ATX, man, my brother Steph, shout out to him. He is from the D.C. area. He loved the Redskins / Commanders or the Commanders / Redskins. But he is a true fan of it, man. And I thought it was pretty cool when the FCS media was out there talking about yeah, I'm a moderators. Y'all do y'all thing. If you, I ain't looking at the chat like that. I'm talking to TD. I'm having a conversation with my boy. I ain't seen him in a while, so I ain't gonna be like man in the chat like that. Be respectful, you know what I mean. But I ain't gonna read all that gibberish though, all that extra stuff. But nevertheless, Wale, the rapper TD, he from DC, right? He was like, man, somebody said, man, the Commander's getting a dude. He was like, oh yeah, well. What fill us in on what we getting in? You know what I'm saying? I thought that was pretty cool. And then they went on to kind of show film and talk about the type of player that Rob is, bro. And I was proud of that. I know Alcorn is also proud of him too because he did play a year there. Also, Mississippi Gulf Coast is proud of him. That's that's college football now, where every team that they played for is going to potentially recognize them because you're going to have some players get into the league, bro, like Cam Ward that played at multiple schools. Yes, he was a 0-star quarterback. Guess who they compared him to, TD? DJ Uiagalelei. That's his real name. 5-star quarterback coming out of St. John Bosco. That's Bellflower, California. 5-star, TD. He was a bust. He played at Oklahoma State. Then he went from Oklahoma State to, he went to Oregon State. I forgot where he started at. I don't know if it was Oregon or he went somewhere. He went to Oregon State. Next thing you know, he ended up at Florida State last year, TD. And he went to Clemson first. That's where he went to Clemson first, transferred out of Clemson, went to Oregon State, transferred out of Oregon State or whatever, and went to Florida State. And he was terrible. Cam Ward, 0-star quarterback, no rating. Started off at Incarnate Word. I want to say he started off at Incarnate Word.
Correct.
Left Incarnate Word, went to Washington State. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Left Washington State, went to Miami. Got drafted, #1 draft pick, $48 million. So guess what? Incarnate Word shouted out Cam Ward. Hey, he was our quarterback, and he balled the heck out. Right? Washington State shouted out Cam Ward because he balled out for them. Miami did the same thing, bro. So I say that to say this: Rob McDaniel's story.
And he got enough money to support all his schools.
Hey, he can, bro. But I wanted to say this because I am giving, I wanted to give T-Sizzle, that school in Lorman. I had to give them the opportunity to have it. I ain't got to give them nothing, but they gonna do it themselves. But no, seriously though, Rob played well for them. Pretty much was an All-American for them for a year. I want to say it was a year. Was it a year or 2 years? I think it was a year.
A year.
And then he started off at Jack State 2019. Left and went to Mississippi Gulf Coast. Then he went on over to Alcorn and he came to Jack State, and now he's with the Washington Commanders. So I just wanted.
I think at that time he wanted to come at Jackson State, but that was during the Prime era.
Yep, and Prime wouldn't take it.
There was a lot going on, so yeah.
Prime wouldn't take him at all, man. And absolutely. So, but no, man, we're so proud of Rob, man. We definitely gonna keep up with that. I see you, brother C. Lee. Brother C. Lee, man. It wouldn't nobody be in the chat if I give you a wrench. I like you. I like you right the way you at, baby. I like the way you at, man. Just you stay right there. We good. We got.
Hey, man.
Go ahead. I'll let you speak. I spoke a lot on Saturday. Thoughts on Rob and the fit and anything you want to share about Rob going to the league, bro.
Man, I'm definitely have joy for the young man. I'm proud of him. I know his family is proud of him. We as Mississippian as a whole is proud of him. JSU, Alcorn, Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Everybody had a hand in his development. Is proud of the young man, and to be as humble and as gifted as he is as a player, and never hear anything of him pretty much on the negative side is extreme, it's extreme blessing. I definitely like to give a shout out to Miss Rashida. Yes. In the interview that she did with you and Corey, she prepared us for this moment. She prepared her players for this moment. I mean, so
yeah, bro.
She was just like a great parent who wants you to have the best but prepare you for the worst. So I respect her and her team and her company for what they did. And like you said, I didn't know what you just said about Rob kind of already knowing his destiny. But regardless, like she said, and like he has said, and Irvin and everybody else has stated before, all I want is a chance, to showcase my talent, to show you what I can do. Now, it's up to the team itself to give you a true chance. So the fact that he made it, he has a chance, to show his talent, his abilities on the field. And that's all he ever wanted. Everybody kind of like I ain't gonna say everybody, but most people want the glamour, the glitz, and the fame, and the helmet and walking across. But at the end of the day, a true hard-nosed, blue-collar person just want the ink on the paper, and that's what Rob McDaniel got. So shout out to him. Congratulations to him. We're very proud of him. Go out and do your thing. I mean, the Commanders courted him for, they came down 2 or 3 times to check him out, Ken.
They did. So, they did. They did, and had another meeting with him. I'm happy for him, bro, because let's be real, TD. Probably the biggest payday he ever had in his life. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what that undrafted free agent contract looks like. I don't know what a signing bonus. We don't have all that info. We don't need it. Right. But we know that I'm pretty sure it was something that
Can't do nothing with it if you had it.
Travis, I totally agree. You give him one of them. Holy smokes. Dub T. Wow. Man, y'all grab them channel memberships, man. We appreciate this fella Bronco right here, man. This Bronco fan. Appreciate the channel memberships. Y'all grab them channel memberships, baby.
So yeah, man. Great job by by his agent, and great job by Rob for being patient and staying the course. I know he's happy, man. Because he was happy about the Celebration Bowl. He shared the tears during the Celebration Bowl. So I know I know he's happy there to get a chance, man, and wishing the young man all of the best. All of the best. Congratulations, Robert McDaniel, and to your family that I know supported you, that went through the grind with you, the good time, the bad time, the disappointing time. Shout out to your family as well and your friends, man, that supported you. Everybody, everybody happy to see. I ain't gonna say everybody, but most people that supported you is happy to see that you made it. So go ahead and do your thing, Rob. Represent represent, for the SIP, man. Do your thing. I guess I gotta support the Commanders a little more. Well, support you, because I'm not a Commander. They all right now. They all right with me now. They did some bad things to us in the Super Bowl back in the day. I kind of got over it, and they're right with Will T. Wow. So I can rock with it now.
I mean, the information is out there. That's a nice salary for Rob, man. Wow. It's life-changing, bro. Go make that. Damn.
You got that information already?
It's out there. I ain't gonna put that in the chat, but it's out there though. That's dope, man. I'm smiling. Yeah, bro about to get paid, man. I love that, man. I love that for Rob, man. I do. And he was one of the only ones that got signed. But TD, let's talk about this brother right here. Now, listen, on Saturday, he came on and he had me excited. Brother Herb Mulligan, he got a camp invite. I must say, I'm going to be real. I was disappointed. Just the invite. I wanted to see him get signed, at least to an undrafted free agent deal. And one of the things that Ms. Liberty did put out there, she actually explained the difference between the two. I thought I had it on there. So I do have it. So the difference between signed and camp invite, right? Mm-hmm. So signed means if immediately the same day following the draft, you have a contract sent to you and signed by you and your agents, you are considered a priority free agent and considered a part of the 90-man roster. You are welcomed by the team, front office, and sometimes receive niceties, welcome box from the team, your iPad, a Zoom call from coaches, teaching you before rookie mini camp, and a first-class ticket to the facility for rookie mini camp. 45% make the 53-man cut or practice roster that year one. So you got about a 45% chance of panning out. That's when you sign an undrafted free agent contract, right? When you're invited to camp, it means you are essentially trying out for the team. You have skills and talents they clearly see, and they want to utilize them possibly beyond camp. You can be signed to the 90-man roster and work to shift beyond camp body in quotations to the roster. 20% make a 53-man roster or practice squad in year one. So that's the difference in a camp invite versus actually getting signed. But this is the other thing about Ms. Liberty when talking to her. They were going to choose the best situation. Yes, I would have loved for him to go to the Raiders. Cool. That would have been great, TD. But I think if I'm just being honest, I would just say you look at the situation, you look at the running back room, you look at the competition, you look at the probability, maybe some relationships are there. And that's where what you just say, TD, you want to make sure they get a real chance to possibly make this squad, right? So you take the invite as to where it's gonna go. Miles Crowley was the only HBCU quarterback to get an invite. That from what I saw, he was. Haven't seen anything on Brother Daniel Richardson just yet, but I did see Miles Crowley. I forgot where it was. I didn't really retain that info, but let's talk about Irv.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm up. Okay, man.
Yep.
Look, again, it goes back to just getting a chance, giving the opportunity, to showcase your talent. And we all seen Irv run, we all seen Irv speak, we all know, Irv mentality and how hard nosed he is and how serious he is about his craft. So now he has the chance to go, show who he is to a professional team. And one thing, and I want to make sure I say this to Irv, to DD, to anybody else that got a chance, Silver Craig, everybody that got an invite. Well, you're not only auditioning for that particular team, you auditioning for the rest of the NFL, because believe it or not, you do have coaches that say, okay, he's not a good fit for us, but he'll fit well over there. And if you work hard enough, if you have the right attitude, the right mindset, show dedication, some of those coaches will pass you on. You'll be like,
and somebody get injured, TD, they'll call you back.
Yeah, somebody get injured, they'll call you back.
Practice squad is life-changing money, bro.
It is, man. That's still six figures.
I'm talking about the good shit figures too.
Right. So I mean, you heard stories of quarterbacks, and let's talk about, you go to Kurt Warner, he was bagging groceries. And, you have many stories of
what his name? Cade McCown.
Yeah,
he was coaching football. Came back to Philadelphia. Eagles called him. But go ahead, keep going.
Right. I mean, so the opportunity is there. This is not, we can our attitude, their attitude towards the mini camp, is going to be very important. I would suggest not going in, not being mad. I mean, because you didn't get drafted or you didn't get a free agent contract, anything like that. You still go in there as hungry as ever, just to say, okay, well, you looked over me, so this is what I'm going to do. So make sure you go in with the right attitude. And then even if, there going to be time when you feel like you're not getting enough carries or, but when you do get a chance to get in, just like here at Jackson State or any other college or that you play in football, always be ready. So if you only get a chance to get in 5 times, going to be many people out there. It's not going to just be you out there, fighting for a position. Once you get out there, go out there and do your best. Terrell Davis. I mean, and then Terrell Davis went to 2 different schools and was messed over while he was in Georgia. Didn't see the field that much.
Yep.
So again, man, we wish all these players that have a count invite to go out and represent, HBCU as a whole, your school. Go out and leave your best on the field. Don't live with regret. Don't live with regret. If it's time to let it all out, this is the time.
Hey, man, that's absolutely right, bro. Very well said, brother. We proud of Irv. Look, we're going to keep up and we're going to follow this all the way to the T. Y'all know Irv is a big supporter of the platform, representing the brand. He's going to keep us in the loop. Just go do your job, bro. You know what to do. Like TD just said, I'm going to say it this way, and I'm not going to try to add on to it. Irv, if you listen to what TD just said and you follow that method, and which I know Ms. Rashida and your agent team are going to give you all the necessary tools how you prepare. But if you do that, you just hew to the line and you let the chips fall where they may. The rest take care of itself. Right. But character. What you say, you're always under microscope. They always looking for a reason to cut you. They know your story. Go out there and let your play do the talking, man. And we'll see what happens from there, man.
And a lot of them will push a button just to see how you respond to certain situations, certain actions for maturity. You know, this is business. Somebody gonna pay you hundreds of thousands upon millions of dollars to play a game and to represent their brand. They want good character. So you're gonna get tested, and mentally, physically, in all type of ways. Make sure you keep your nose clean, and you go out and do your job. Do what you know you can do. Leave it all on the field. That goes to anybody that got that camp invite. Phillip Webb, Devontae, all man. Yeah.
Speaking of Webb got a camp invite. Kudos to Phillip Webb. Got a camp invite to the Miami Dolphins. Proud of Phillip. I know Phillip has that prototypical size, man. He really started getting some buzz a lot closer towards draft. But there's some days Phillip is unstoppable. But there were some days where you didn't know what you would get. You know what I mean? And I say that just from the standpoint that this is a different environment now. Now you're in a professional environment. And all I would say is I would just hope that he was like a pit bull with hot sauce on his tongue. Just go out there ready to test stuff up, man. That's all Phil got to do. Go prepare yourself. He's a great character kid. Great kid, man.
Mm-hmm.
Really don't even say a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I know, very supportive mother and family. Really good representative of the program. He represented Jack State to the degree. He was a great Tiger for us. Hated to see him go. He did have another year eligibility. We was hoping he could stay with us, but nevertheless, he wanted to pursue his professional career, and he gets started off in Miami, Florida, man. So he got that camp invite, TD. He get to come in there. Hey, you got a chance to go out there and prove something. Boy, attrition is a mug, man. You never know. You got to be ready to rock and roll. Somebody get hurt in front of you. You never know. But if you go out there and show enough, they'll be like, look, man, this young brother right here is somebody we want to keep a part of our program, man. So I'll let you speak on Phillip, and then we'll move forward.
Yeah, man. Again, we definitely proud of all our athletes. We're definitely proud of Phillip. Phillip was Phillip was pretty quiet. And he turned it on and off. We wish we would, like you said, we could have kept him another year, because I noticed, and I said last year that Phillip Webb was my dark horse as far as growth coming into the 24 season. And each year we saw him progress, we saw him get more aggressive, and we saw him grow. I wish he had stayed that one more year and just really as close as you could master that craft. However, he does have the physical ability.
Yep.
He does have the know-how, and his size alone, is getting him, some attention. So, and I mentioned before, Phillip turned it on and off. Phillip, you got to be on all the time now, bro.
All the time.
You got to be on all the time. You got to dominate. He has what he takes. So we're definitely proud of him. We wishing him well, and hopefully getting great advice from the people that surround him. And go out and do your thing. Same thing applies to you, Phillip. I mean, just because you in Miami camp don't mean that, hey, the Broncos not looking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, when they do those joint practices and scrimmage type things, man, it be all kind of stuff be going on, man. You get opportunities to build relationships in other areas, and man, go out there and put on. All you want is a chance, and now you got that chance. Hopefully, it's like you said. Hopefully, it's a real chance to, but go do your thing, man, and you never know what'll happen.
And you know what? When I was talking about attitude, Ken, a young person can go in with the mindset and be like, okay, well, they're giving all these players from a bigger school, more chances, more reps. They mean to prove themselves. Don't go in there with the attitude. I mean, although it may be when the attitude strike up in your mind, push that to the side and just say, I tell you what, when I do get that one chance you give me, I'm taking it to the house. That's the mindset that needs to be taken at this point. Just go in, and again, that one play or that 5 plays, whatever that you may get, again, could pique somebody else's radar to want to pick you up. Even if it's nothing but special teams, just get on the field.
I totally agree, bro. Boy, the comment section cruel. Next up, Didi, man. Didi got this. He got signed. Congratulations to Devontae Davis. Got that free agent signing. He played.
He got signed.
He got signed by the Indianapolis Colts, man.
Oh! So this is not an invite.
No, it's not an invite. He got signed.
Woo! Go ahead on, Didi.
Yeah, he got signed, brother. So we're proud of him, man. We really are. Let me see if I can't find a little bit of information out there for D Dizzle, my brother D Dizzle. Hold on just a second.
Why are you doing that? So he came to Jackson State out of Alabama as a freshman, right? And he just
he came to us out of high school. He graduated at Jackson and he transferred out as a grad transfer. There he is right there, Devontae Davis. Let's see. Hey, man. Nice payday. Nice payday, bro. I love it, man. So he signed a 3-year contract, $2.9 million, Indianapolis, including the $3K signing bonus. Average salary 20. You got to make the roster, of course. But the cool thing about it is base salary of $840, 25 and 2026 million, 2027 1.1, and 28 he's a restricted free agent. So he just had to make the cut, man, and that salary is it'll kick in for him. So as long as he's on the roster, that would be his pay if he makes that cut, man. So that's pretty awesome.
Say it again.
So this, the signing bonus is really in guaranteed money is about the same. So he'll have an average annual salary of $989, $333. But here's the thing: it's a 3-year deal. But NFL contracts aren't guaranteed like that. You got to be on the roster to get paid. So if he make the cut, his salary kicks in, and that's what his base salary would be. Plus, obviously, probably more incentives and stuff like that as well. So for him, it's just to go out there and put that work in and make the cut, man. And that's what plenty of golden for real. You know what I mean? So that's pretty cool, man. I love that. I love that for DD, man. He looked like he got on a Colts uniform already, don't it, TD, in that white and blue?
It does, man.
It looked like it. It just ain't. We don't have no. That thing looked like all he needed was the helmet, dog. But no, man, we proud of DD, man. Go up there to Indianapolis and go ball out, bro. Go put that work in. I know Florida Atlantic is proud of you as well. But we're more than happy to celebrate Devontae Davis, my guy, man. I was chopping it up with him the other day, just telling him how much I'm proud of him, man, and just told him go ball out, bro. Go do your thing. You know what to do.
Yeah, same here. I think the last couple of times I saw him, he was at the Bethune-Cookman game, and he was at homecoming. Had a chance to talk to him. And again, man, he was another young man that, just didn't have a just crazy outgoing character that was kind of about his business. And we're definitely proud of him. Go out and do your thing. Congratulations to you for signing. Now go out there and earn your keep. This is literally what, you got the phrase would say, earn your keep. This is literally, you got to go out and earn your keep. So going out there and earn your keep, man, because Miss Max, I need some golden fish. Fuck DD. Man, DD and I probably mess up some fish, man.
Mm-hmm.
Be good, man. But we proud of you. We proud of you, DD. And go out and do your things. Like I said, Kim, had a chance to wish him well.
A fun fact with Washington Commanders, bro. Washington Commanders, Dietrich Wise Jr. is actually on the roster. He's actually on the Washington Commanders roster. So shout out to brother Dietrich Wise. His son is on that roster as well. TD. I just wanted to mention that because I was just looking glancing at it just then.
Oh man, so how long he been in the league now?
I'm not sure. I got to go look for it, but I'm not really sure.
Right.
Cool thing about Rob's is solid signing bonus, 6-figure guarantee. So the negotiation, just looking at not to compare the two, but just kind of looking at DD's, because this is all public information. So it's not like I'm revealing something that people don't know. It's on the site. So if you go to the teams, you can see pretty much who signed and where they are, what that's out there for. So great job by his agent getting a lot more guaranteed money. 6-figure guaranteed money is great. However you slice it, you know what I mean? So that's good stuff, man. But I mean, obviously, you got some guys that got drafted that with but no, that was their signing bonus and stuff like that. But yeah, man, shout out to DD. We're gonna move right along. You mentioned our young brother, man, Cameron Craig, finished his last 2 years at Colorado. He said, listen, he's a Jack State Tiger. He don't like the word former. He's like, I am a Jack State Tiger. He's emphatic about it. But he signed a free agent contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars. He and Travis Hunter will be over there in Jacksonville. Thoughts on Cam?
Oh man, again, I didn't know that he was that he really pushed being the Tiger that hard. He said he would say he's not a former, huh?
He's like that.
Regardless, man, we always say once a Tiger, always a Tiger. So, and we'll definitely tell, as they get into their careers, where they come back and visit, where they come back to contribute to, if they choose to do so.
Right.
But congratulations to Cam. He always, come out to be a nice, a good young man. I never had a chance to meet him when I was doing the coach primary when no one was, allowed close to the blown up Tiger. But Cam caught my attention against Valley the year that Coach Prime unfortunately had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
So that's when Cam caught my attention in his play. I always kind of watched like, who was that? I think he was number 12 at the time. And he caught my attention.
That first photo right there got him in 12. Then when Travis came, he switched to 7.
Okay, right.
Played in 7 after that. Go ahead.
So I always thought he had the ability. And as a matter of fact, when he was here for homecoming, I was talking to him, and I was like, "Hey man, well, you already in Colorado."
He said, I know you want him over there in Denver, man. I know.
He said, I would love to stay in Colorado. I said, we'd love to have you in Colorado. I mean, same thing. Even when I talked to Rob, he's like, yeah, man, the Broncos secondary is tight though. So, they pretty much had everything sold up for their secondary. But I definitely, because I'm a root for all the players and I'm going to wish them well, but it's better when you're able to root for them on your particular team that you root for. So you look to Cam. I definitely believe Cam will make it. Cam plays. And again, I compare the game, and I said this before, Ken. Shamar put me in the mind.
Yeah, he does.
Silverman Craig.
He does.
Shamar Hawkins for us right now put me in the mind of him. The way that they play.
Very good comparison.
Yeah, but I mean, very, very, very free. But here's the thing I want to say: even we got more players to display, which I know we probably do. Make sure y'all have somebody around you. You know what I'm saying, to help you with your money. Don't go out, I ain't trying to tell you what to do with your money, but it'd be a strong suggestion not to buy a bunch of gold chain and a bunch of sneakers. You only can wear one at a time.
Hey, man, I feel like that's a shot at me, dog. I'm just saying, but go ahead. Keep going.
Oh, I didn't know you had money like that, bro. So
I ain't got no money, man. This is accumulation. I ain't got no money like that.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I had a job.
No.
I will say this, TD. That's every if it was exclusive like Jordan sneaker that came out that I could get, I play around with the draws on the where you can enter the drawing for a custom, not a custom, but the latest Jordan sneaker that comes out. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't, right? That was always my little thing. That would be like my little treat, man. I work hard. I you know what I'm saying? I'm grinding and my bills are paid and I ain't in no debt, you know, owe nobody nothing. So I would treat myself to a little pair of MJs every now and again, man, if I could get them now. But outside of that, it's just a suit, man.
But I guess what I was saying, to the young people, hey, you don't know how long you're gonna be around, in the league. So make sure you just don't spend it all in one place. Save something for a rainy day.
Man, you got that right.
Oh, trust me, the rain is gonna come.
Yeah, it will, bro. It definitely will.
Yeah, hey, Ken, it's fun how you get yourself in a situation where you feel like, okay, now I'm in a good, management position where I can manage to save some money, man. The washing machine go out.
I just had to look. I just had to drop some money on a washing machine not too long ago, man. Like real talk. Like I had actually it was So what would happen is like when they get ready to do the little spin cycle, it goes waka 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 waka. It sounded like it's about to fall through the floor. So I had to get it recalled, man, and I had to decide: do I take this thing out of here, or do I just pay the little $400 for that? I know I could have got a new one for $400, but I was like, you know what? Let me go on. Let me go and get this thing fixed, and because I didn't want to do the hauling and having to go buy a new one. And anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's move right along. Next up, Brother Shiloh Sanders, another alum of Jackson State, graduate. Played his last year of football at Colorado with his pops, brother, and the rest of his former Tiger teammates. He signed a free agent contract with the Buccaneers. Thoughts on Shiloh going to the Bucs?
First of all, I wouldn't, care, who he went to, man. I'm glad this young man got an opportunity because I'm gonna tell you, even when he was here, there was rumbles of he shouldn't be on the field as much. He didn't play that much. He don't read coverages. He get burned and da 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 da. And like I said about football, a lot of times we look at a certain person getting burnt and don't realize he's just trying to fill in for somebody who wasn't in their position. Now, that wasn't always the case.
Okay.
But I enjoyed Shiloh's game. I was a fan of his. Still am. I mean, he seemed like the realist, one of the realists. And from what I understand, when he was on campus, I mean, that's who he was. So he definitely has, and he definitely is an alum. Love, he loved the Boom. I mean, from my understanding, he loved Jackson. He represented well. So
he retweeted one of the posts and said, "Thank you, Jackson." He shouted out the the Tiger Nation. He got nothing but love for Jackson and Jackson State.
Right. So I'm happy for him. I mean, I'm happy for him because a lot of people didn't think that he would make it, or probably shouldn't have gone. I think he's a hard hitter. I used to say, wrap up some time, Shiloh. But I noticed, if someone else have their hands on you and Shiloh is coming up, you're gonna get hit. I mean, he put himself in harm's way a lot because he played reckless. I mean, and then you know what, Ken? I'm be honest with you, he's not terrible on coverage now. When the double coverage or whatever, because he got a lot of interceptions.
Man, so he was one of the tops in the college football in takeaways, forced fumbles, interceptions. I mean, he make plays. I mean,
right. In Tampa Bay usually play an aggressive style of defense.
Yeah,
so he's in a good spot. So congratulations to Shiloh, man. Go out there and do your J5 thing on the field, brother.
Because he gonna do it. He get an interception. I can see it, but he better don't let him get a touchdown. Ooh, he gonna hit that J5 in the touchdown celebration. But let me say this though. Shiloh get the Big Brother Award of the year for me. I thought he did a fantastic job supporting Shador, man. Just you could tell he made a very concerted effort just from some of the videos we were able to see of him, you know, keeping the family upbeat, keeping them laughing, keeping them, you know what I'm saying, locked in. And I saw a lot of, you know, comments like that around the world, man, around social media. I'll say it that way.
Right.
All over social media. Just people that
and you can tell it was genuine.
Recognized game, bro.
You can tell it was genuine. You know what I'm
saying?
Oh,
without question, man. You don't get a sense of any type of jealousy or nothing like that. You know, I've always been a fan of them from when I watched the show, watching them grow up. This brother is very gifted. I mean, he's a great musician. He's very talented, but he took care of his brother, man. And you know, it was good stuff. So we're proud of him. I'm gonna follow him as I've been following him since he was a kid. Hell, it ain't changed nothing over here, man. But like I said, once a tiger, always a tiger. I gotta say this too, though. That's why it's so good to maintain those relationships, man. You never want to not foster these relationships, because if you continue that love, these young brothers would hopefully come back at a later time and pour back into the university with financial resources, and that's what some of the other schools are doing. TD, like for example, we just got ESPN breaking news that Shaq is going to become the general manager of basketball for Sac State. His son is over there. Mike Bibby's the head coach. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's going to generate resources, man. You're going to see a lot of more creative stuff. I think Andrew Luck is the general manager of football ops for Stanford now. You know what I mean? You see a lot of teams, a lot of people doing that. But my point is that some of these universities do a really good job of fostering their relationships with their former players, because if they tap into resources, but if everything is all emotional, damn you forever because you didn't stay with me. No, it's not about leaving. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. It's not about leaving, bro. It's how you leave. I'm going to just say that. That's just how that goes. And I don't really think I got to add much to that. Some players, that I'll say it this way. That's why some players are greeted with open arms and some players are told they need to get a ticket. I don't do the deciding. I just, you know, it just is what it is, bro. You know, you leave acting like Jackson State ain't shit. The hell with it. That's why certain people feel the way they feel about their father. You know what I'm saying? Because people felt like Deion could there was a lot of conversations regarding, you know, just things that could have been, you know, done. Like, damn, bro, you could have protected us, We know that there was beef with him and the president. We can talk about it now, but he's not president no more. It was what it was. But my thing was always, your beef with him. Like, we ain't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like folk that really rock with you. Don't piss on everybody because he screwed up. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all would be, you know, that whatever. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. See, I'm just saying what folk want to say, but they just ain't, you know, I don't really care. But I'm not trying to get in, you know, dispel anything or share anything that people don't already know. We already know what that was. I don't know what the beef was. I don't know why it happened, when it happened, what was the cause of it, TD. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't privy to that info. All we know was there was a rift there. And for whatever reason it was, some said it was because at one point in time it was approved that we was going to do the College Hill with Tracy Edmonds, and then all of a sudden at the night hour, the president decided he wasn't going to do it, and that could have been the thing that pissed off Coach Prime when he was here. It made him say, you know what, screw them. You know what I mean? I don't know. But the point that I'm making is that I'm just talking about relationship, and I'm not here to be the relationship how you should feel about somebody police. You can feel however you want to feel about anybody. It's none of my business. All I'm saying though, but when it comes to the players, man, TD, I got some things to say, man. I do, bro. I don't know if I was necessarily say it tonight, but this is on my mind, bro. Like, again, we're not going to sell our souls. We're not going to sell our coat. We're not going to sell out and sell the fabric of who we are for no dollars like that, bro. You know what I mean? But here's what I will say. What if, just follow me. What if Mike Vick has success at Norfolk State and Mike Vick get an opportunity at the next level. And Mike Vick stays in good grace with Norfolk State. And Mike Vick starts annually sending big dollar contributions back to the program that gave him his first shot. Does that make sense, bro? What do you think would be the reality of that? Don't you think it would be probably based off a relationship?
Yeah, man.
Everything's based off relationship.
Yeah, yes.
So that's what I'm saying. That's my point. So I'm taking Dion off of it. Deshaun Jackson is at Delaware State. He has some success, TD. Next thing you know, he ends up at Cal as an offensive coordinator or wide receiver coach. And he getting paid $400,000, $500,000. Or then he mess around and become an offensive coordinator or something, getting paid millions. And he say, you know what, man, I'm going to make sure I send some money back to Delaware State because I owe them that. You can't, that train doesn't sail in that area, but relationship capital goes a long way. So that's why I always say, man, just like these players come on these Tiger Talk interviews and tell us how the fans made that impact, it's also felt that way when fans show disdain for people. You know what I'm saying? It hurt. And it may have only been a handful, bro, but it could very well affect how people feel about that town, right? So with that being said, when you look at the bottom dollar, when you look at those who, especially those who have graduated, you want them to be financially contributing alumnus, bro. You follow what I'm saying? You want them to be donating alums, giving money back to the school, because we see it happening at the FBS PWI level all the time. Jokers dropping millions of dollars here and there. Like, you want that. So this is all I'm trying to say. You may get a player for a couple of years, but you still got to foster that. TD, what did you just tell these players? Hey, you ain't necessarily just auditioning for this job. You auditioning for everybody in the league if you're gonna play. So, for example, how you treat anyone may equate to dollars down the road. So just be mindful of that.
Isaiah Spencer always a Tiger.
Oh, always. It's my guy. That's my guy. Getting a lot of offers out there. Like I said, he may become a pro. That's the hope. Yeah. Get what I'm gonna do. Hey, man. Come on in and bless the pot, baby. I'll let your peoples, baby. But if you treat them like dog crap when they on the door, how the hell with him? He gone. We're not talking about, TD, we're not in the room like that. So I don't know if somebody left graciously or they left kicking the trash cans over on the way out the yard. I don't know. I'm saying we'll know when we know it. But in essence, all we're saying is hopefully, some of these players, man, they have great long careers and they feel it in their heart and desire that also applies to engineers, pre-med, pre-law, STEM students. It absolutely does, brother. I know we're just talking about athletes in this particular conversation, but it actually applies to all those who have been a part of the university, who have walked the campuses, been in those classrooms and invested time, energy, and effort that has been a part of their professional development. That's how you become a stronger university, bro. You develop a great crop of students that become graduates and they go on into the professional realm, CD, and they get dollars and they give some of those dollars back for us to be sustained. It happens at every single level, and we hope that also matriculates back. Next up, we touched on Travis. Obviously, I will say this about Travis, TD. What the hell was the Browns doing, bro? Why would the Browns trade the pick and not draft Travis and Shedeur? You don't think that would have been box office for the Cleveland Browns, bro?
Definitely probably would have. But man, I have no idea. And again, when we talk about a lot of this stuff, man, it's speculation. And the reason I don't go deep into a lot of it, Ken and Tiger Nation, because you never know what's going on behind closed doors. I mean, you know, There's always two sides.
But that was
there's always things you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Only thing I would say, man, I have a lot of.
This right here, TV. There you go. They were tone deaf, bro. I'm not saying that the kid Mason Graham that they drafted TD isn't a dog. He was best D lineman in the draft, arguably, whatever. But trading back, the fact that Travis Hunter was right there in your hand, you could have drafted him and still took Shedeur. Imagine if they would have drafted Shedeur in the 5th round, knowing that Travis Hunter had already been selected. Dog, Jackson State, Colorado, freaking
Georgia,
the state of Georgia, the state of Texas, Black America. Dog, they got everybody on their side. Everybody becomes an instant Browns fan, bro.
I don't know about instant Brown fan now, but we'll
not the diehards now. You know, I don't have look. I entered the transfer portal. I'm done with the Raiders, bro. I can't. I'm done suffering, dog. I can't do it no more. I like Ashton Genty, but I don't care about nothing else they did, bro. Because I know we needed a quarterback. They drafted freaking the young brother Cam Miller out of North Dakota State. Whatever. You got Geno Smith gonna be our quarterback, bro.
I mean, I'm happy for you.
Look, man. We just talked about bullying folks at the beginning of the show, bro.
Yeah.
I don't have I'm with the Browns if Shedeur starting. I'm a fan of Shedeur now. I'm gonna transfer my fandom over to the Browns. The Saints disappointed me, bro.
Man, Ken, you dropping ship like that?
I told you, if they didn't get a quarterback that I approved of, I was done.
Oh.
I suffered long enough, bro. I had to suffer with Derek Carr. And then you go get Geno Smith. Come on, dog. Come on, TD. I know you happy. I know you happy. You should be happy, bro.
Yeah, we got the Thorpe winner. What? Thorpe Award winner.
Look, I'm not saying Ashton Genty isn't a good running back, bro. I'm just not. You know.
It was.
Hey, John Matthews, I think we know that already.
What?
That what are we talking about? Like, Brady in Vegas. I'm shocked that Brady didn't pull the trigger on Shedeur too, man. That was the other thing. When does the fan portal close? I don't know, bro.
Where you trying to go, Blue?
Damn, he must be a Cowboy fan.
Blue, who your team?
Tyler Shuck, man, get the hell out of here, man. Saints, oh my goodness. Ooh, Lord have mercy. All them teams that need a quarterback. Listen, I know it was bad, TD. Sebastian had said, Sebastian was like, Sebastian said, man, I'm done with my team. He was still a fan. He's like, bro, I can't root for my team no more, bro. It's just,
yeah, I saw him say something like that, man.
He like, bro, I just, he's the Dolphins.
He just going,
damn, he done with you.
Coach Jones just, he just in his feelings right now. He'll be back, man. He can't lead still a nation like that. He just, he just kind of hurt, man. He'll be all right.
TD, they drafted Will was it Will Johnson? What's Will last name?
I mean, they got Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson in New York.
They got rid of him too. God, that boy can't stay nowhere.
Russell Wilson is in New York with Jameis Winston. And they drafted Jackson Dart. So somebody asked the question. They were like, man, how the heck did Ole Miss have all these draft picks, man, and they still didn't do nothing? I said, hell, because they had Jackson Dart at quarterback.
He wasn't bad. I watched a couple.
He wasn't no championship quarterback.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say the Kentucky game, bro. I'm not saying Jackson Dart was no scrub. I ain't saying he was no scrub. I'm just saying he wasn't. They like it. I love it.
Hey man, but I do want to say this. Travis Hunter, He's one of those people that I just watched. I never swayed one way or the other. I admired the way he carried himself. I admired the quietness that came with it, although he played big on the field. Plays huge on the field. I was at odd a lot of his catches and his moves. I became and I know he played at Jackson State for a little while, but I became a silent fan of Travis. And I'm a big character person. I'm a huge character person. And not ever just hearing anything about him, you know,
joyful kid, man.
Huh?
He's just a joyful kid, bro.
Right. And I had a chance to ask, some of the current players that are here on the team about Travis. And man, I don't think they can do is shake their head, Ken, and just say a pro. I mean, say the way the young man carried himself, even the way that he ate, the things that he ate, the things that he drank. He chose a pro. And so I have nothing but respect for him. I mean, he seemed to absolutely love his family. And hey, I'm ecstatic for him. I hope he go and do the same thing. I kind of hope he choose one side of the ball. You in the pros now, Trav, and
now he gonna play both sides, bro.
I mean, if you play both sides like Dion did, Dion just in lineup every snap on both plays. I mean, he can't.
Well, he's not gonna line up on defense every play. He'll line up some. He's gonna predominantly be playing offense, though. That's for darn sure.
I like him better at receiver, to be honest. The boy has some moves, man. He'll go get it.
Yep.
He'll go get it. So I am a fan of Travis. So I definitely wish him well. What he's
This is 1972 undefeated team, ain't it? Mercury Morris remind everybody every year, you ain't never done what we did.
Oh, he had a great grade point average too. Yeah, they're right. He was a great student. Come on, yeah. And that's what's up. What Blue talking about? He's
man, he talking about Shuck old, bro. Old quarterback, man. But now, man, we wish Travis. We're gonna root for him. But they missed a golden opportunity, I think. I mean, if they feel like they got what they wanted, cool beans. But I didn't think that this is what I'm saying, TD. You had Travis Hunter right there. You drafted Dylan Gabriel with a 3rd round pick, and then you drafted Shador with a 5th round pick.
Hey, I'm fine with that day in the AFC.
I know. I'm just saying dialogue. I know, bro. I know, man. The point that I'm making is it didn't make no sense, bro. Yeah, it didn't make no sense. If you're gonna trade to get extra picks just to do more dumb stuff, you might as well trade and you might as well just keep your pick and just draft the best player and then draft Shador later. And now you got your quarterback and you got Travis, because it would have been a bigger storyline. It would have been because that would have been the storyline of the day, but whatever. It didn't happen. Travis goes to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Shador gets drafted 5th round, 144 pick. It's pretty clear, man. There's a lot of people that just calling out the NFL for what transpired. I know the young brother, whoever that was here earlier, saying it was all orchestrated. But let's just say that it wasn't orchestrated. It wasn't a conspiracy. It was hogwash at the end of the day. But he went where he went. We touched on the why. I want to hear your thoughts.
Like I stated earlier, you never know what goes on behind closed doors. And if you run in a business, you're not gonna let anyone come and dictate what. It's just like you, Ken. You send people to the goulash, the show platform. You know what I'm saying? And
I haven't sent nobody to the goulash in a long time, TD.
Yeah, because you calmed down some, brother.
I done got rid of most of the trolls. I told you I don't like trolls, bro. I don't like trolls. So, keep going.
So it's again, you hear the reports, you hear and you hear the thing that's being said. I mean, when you got someone dictating what you're gonna do into your business, You know what I'm saying? That's something to think about, bro. I mean, I know for sure you ain't gonna let anybody come in and say, "Hey, man, you need to talk about FAMU more." You ain't even let them do that.
But
you
see,
know?
I ain't sent him to the goulash though.
You have, but I mean, the point I'm making when it's your company, when it's your vision, when it's your business, when you the one shoving out the bucks, when you the billionaire and you doing what you do. I mean, someone dictating. I mean, in his record, even years in the past of what's being said is and isn't gonna happen. You don't tell me what I'm gonna do with my stuff. Period. You ain't coming to my house and tell me to change my bedroom around. Or you even just come and go in my refrigerator. Or you just been coming, you know what I'm saying, just tell me, hey, you need to plant this type of grass. It's my house. I run how I want it.
I agree.
So, they're just,
is that the only thing that comes from that? You know what I'm saying? Is that the only?
Oh no, you can take more. You can take a wealth of stuff from it, good and bad. But at the end of the day, the bottom line, the young man is 144. He is in the NFL. He got a chance to prove whatever he needs to prove, and I definitely wish him well. Unless they with the Broncos on their schedule, and I hope he tank really bad.
No, I appreciate that. I agreed. I said the same thing on Saturday, but I said a whole lot more, and I stand by what I said.
Yeah,
the way I saw it. There was some responsibility on all sides. I think I'll do it this way. There was some conversations about people mentioned Archie Manning, and Archie did what he did, TD, 2 days before the draft. I said, well, even though Archie did what he did, and said what he said, Deion ain't Archie. I mean, Archie wasn't very outspoken. I mean, he talked, you know what I mean? But Deion is a different type of character. He's just different. And Deion, from a media standpoint, has a lot of media influence. He has a huge following. And TD, it is a bit intimidating because Deion will say what he feels like he needs to say. Yet at the same time, I think there's also a misconception we got to be careful with, because I don't really see a whole lot of Deion. He ain't made a whole lot of attacks on anyone, especially not at the NFL level, because he does represent the Shield, TD, and still, it's not like we have to be careful when we say stuff. And this ain't got nothing to do with whether you like somebody or not. I'm just talking about the facts, right?
Let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this first. Okay, let me ask you this first. Ken, I don't know too many people that love Jackson State as hard as you. And of course, I don't know a whole lot of people, because I'm kind of to myself. But I watch the way you move, the flying, the moving around that you do, the way you involve yourself with the athletics on campus and stuff. And and like I said, you even calm down a lot, but you go
ain't gotta
hard.
keep saying that. I'm the same person I was then. Trust me, I am. I'm the same person.
Right. Well, the point that I'm making is, if there's a 5-star player, 4-star player, 3-star player, whoever, whatever it is, and they are sophomore in high school, junior in high school, and one of the coaches from the campus go and recruit the player, and it'll come out from his pops or somebody. They ain't going to no Jackson State. They ain't forget about it. He going, what I'm saying, SEC, They ain't cancel. They ain't what I'm saying, Tiger Nation won't take that too well. You know what I'm saying? And we'll have a problem with that. Well,
but see, to your question though, your question was that, which while I do understand what you're saying, did he identify which teams he didn't want to go to? What he did say was, if somebody tell me he was like, I'm saying I could be. Maybe I missed it because I don't follow him like that anymore. If I catch it, I catch it. It was just like I think he made mention to the fact that he was gonna dictate if it was a place that we didn't want him to go, we ain't going, like something to that effect. I don't necessarily know if there was a team identified. Do you know if there was a team that he was like that he specified that they wasn't gonna go to if he was drafted by that particular team?
Not really, but it may have been some rumblings, maybe even the team that he probably went to.
But I also felt like
everybody have labeled the Browns have to be a
can we be real about something? I mean,
graveyard for he said the Brown. I thought he said the Brown, but
I didn't. So that's why I asked the question.
That's what I'm saying. But the Brown has been a graveyard for quarterbacks.
So let me say this then. If he said the Browns, follow me now, and the Browns still drafted him, the NFL they look like they really did collude now.
Well, I mean,
no, I'm not saying that they did or didn't. I'm just saying think about it. Because now it makes sense. And the reason I'm saying that, TD, in the chat, I did not hear him specify a team. That's why I was like, I don't know exactly what he said. But to your point, let me ask you this, though, bro. If he said the Browns, let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Your same example, if they say, well, I ain't going no Jack State, why would Alcorn get offended? You see where I'm going with that? If he specified that it was the Browns that he didn't want to go to because he knew the Browns were probably going to be at the top, he felt like his son was going to be drafted in the first, you know what I'm saying, first 5 picks, why would the Raiders at 6 feel some type of way? Why would the Saints at 9 feel some type of way? Why would you know what I mean? Like, why would the other teams? And then the question may be, well, you know what Kellen Moore said? Somebody, I think Austin and I was talking. He said that Kellen Moore was like the reason they drafted Tyler Shuck because Kellen Moore was like, well, he did everything that they asked him to do and yada, 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 yada. I guess he interviewed well. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I will say. I said that already because this is what I didn't finish my thought. I'm going to go back to what I said. It doesn't matter what Archie Manning said, TD, because we're talking about the Archie Manning scenario. You know what nobody could say during that situation, TD?
And actually, Archie wasn't the first person who did that.
I'm not saying that he was. I'm just using him because that's what a lot of people are drawing a comparison to, right? What I'm saying is the thing that I notated was Eli was not unprofessional in the draft process, bro. He still showed up, did the interviews that I know of. Yes, the interview can weigh that much if you're talking about character and making somebody. Now, if somebody's already insecure about your confidence anyway, that you're already a famous kid, I don't know how they feel. Like I said, we're not in the room. We're just giving our assessment, right? That's why I said it's even if you do want to play the collusion side of it, there's still another side where you don't want to be. Remember the saying, you never want to get a devil's stick to beat you over the head with? That means that no matter what they do, you still want to show up and manifest the proper character. You still want to go through the process the right way. You still want to be respectful of the people who across from you's time. I covered that already. Ain't nobody sitting up there saying that Shador and Dion is not without fault in all of this. But that goes into the two things can be true at the same time. So again, it went how it went. It went how it was supposed to go.
Right. Well, I mean, I would say this, too, Ken, because, and I make sure that I say this because ain't none of this gonna put a dime in my pocket, so I can care less.
So we know that, and in no conversation we talk about is gonna do that. So that if that's the case, we might as well never talk about nothing because it's not going to generate money for us. So I get that.
So I said that to say, everybody, some millionaires, some billionaires, some professional people, some people character is not with glitz and glam. That may not be, you know what I'm saying, what you know, even just say my company, they might not want me, you know, all over social media doing this or saying that, or
He's not everybody's cup of tea.
Well,
Gotcha.
it's not everybody's cup of tea, right?
That's cool.
So and it's to their own discretion. I mean, it's their business. They're the owners. They move how they want. And then some people want it because they like what it might bring. So I don't know whether it was collusion or not. I don't know. We know it happened, but if you look at it as a whole, I mean, Shedeur was one of the top quarterbacks in the draft for sure.
Yep, and even by the people that have been relied on, the people that get paid a lot of money to do the evaluations, that get on national TV and talk, all of the reports was there. What we did witness is that we've never seen a quarterback. We've seen some quarterbacks drop. Aaron Rodgers dropped to 24, and Lamar Jackson dropped to the end of the first round. Geno Smith is a second-day kid. He come in with the sweater vest on because he thought he was going to get drafted. We've seen that. We ain't never seen this before. We've never seen a quarterback that was on multiple mocks, and I'm talking about reliable people who we've relied on, have done their due diligence evaluating the quarterback position, and then you come back and say, okay, he's just a fifth round. So, yeah, it was absolutely I do feel like there was some collusion involved in it, but I also feel like, damn, you let people off the hook from screwing you over when you do stupid and silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't help yourself, because now what people can pinpoint to is the process that you didn't take serious. So even if they did collude, TD, it's very now all people got to do is pinpoint and put the camera on what you did, and now that becomes, well, they just talking this way, but this is why we did what we did. He had a terrible draft. His Wonderlic score was low. We didn't think he was worthy of a first round pick. Yada yada, whatever. In the end, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you can be drafted like Ryan Leaf, number 2 pick, and be a bust. Right. Or you can be like Doug Flutie, or, you know what I'm saying? Play in the CFL and go on to be legendary. It just,
you know what, Ken? I got a question about that. You know, and I want, and before I move on, I want before I ask that question, and remind me as a bust. You know, I'm definitely reminded, and I don't. Everybody see people the way that they see them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And whatever was put out there, I just know, you know, when you think about, you know, Proverbs 22:4, it said, for whoever exalts himself will be humble, and whoever is humble himself will be exalted. So however people receive you, or receive a situation, or receive the young man or his father or anything else that's associated with it, that was in their eyes. I mean, it's entertaining to them, to most of us. You know what I'm saying?
My question is this, though, when we say that, who's doing the humbling? Since EA is over there since he's in the A-man corner, my question is, who's doing the humbling, and why do they get to have the God complex? Because we can also, this is the thing I would say, when we go into the book, people have also used religion to enslave people.
Yeah.
Because everybody don't believe the same thing. I get all of that. And I'm not challenging that, because I'm a believer as well. But I also be very careful when I'm having conversations. People can no, I'm not talking about you. You said, like you told me, you said something that sparked a thought.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I don't like the humble word, bro. Even though I understand where you're coming from, I get, it's a slippery slope, man.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Slope. And let me say this too, because I have to say this. Wearing gold chains, being confident is not illegal, bro. It's not a character flaw. We have to stop assuming that because you're not cookie cutter and because you're not some inside some box, not you, I'm just saying in general, people have the consensus. We get so numb to the stereotypes that come with certain things. But one thing that you did say was, this is what you said. You don't get to dictate how people perceive you. I'm with you on that. So again, this is why when we go into an interview, we do it every day, bro. I'm just talking when it comes to the conversation. If I'm going into the interview, I'm gonna put my best on. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna have the proper mannerisms. I'm not going in there with my pants sagging. I'm not going in there talking crazy, breaking verbs. I don't sag my pants anyway. I'm just being a little exaggerative. I'm not saying, you see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go in there, TD, with my face, hair all over my neck. I ain't shaved, I ain't clean cut, I ain't took a shower. I'm just in there looking like I just got finished changing my motor oil. I'm just in here, hey, yeah, give me a job, man. Chances are I'm probably not gonna get that job. So again, how many times do we have to say he got some blood on his own hands too? Because again, you give them an opportunity to smack you over the head. It's like, damn, bro, you could have did that better. So nobody, I don't really, there are some people that don't want to have that conversation. We're just having dialogue. I'm not telling anybody what to think. Because usually when we have these conversations, nobody changes their mind. It's just open discussion. And it's cool. We about to be done with it in a second anyway. And once we're done with it tonight, it probably will never come up again unless somebody allude to it. I gave my reaction to it. I wanted to give you a chance and it's bringing up thoughts. All I'm saying is this. There are some people who want to hew to the line. All they're saying is, it's Deion's fault. Deion said what he said, and Shedeur went in there. He didn't take the process the right way. And they don't want to touch the other stuff because the other stuff ain't that important. All they see is this is what they did, and this is how it happened. I just saw, I think somebody sent me the photo, and I'm in 2018, TD, because I didn't know it. March 13, 2018, Deion tweeted, I love what the Browns have done this offseason, but if I'm a young quarterback, ain't no way I'm going to Cleveland. I would pull an Eli Manning if possible. Think about it. #truth. He said it. So my question to you is, you don't find it ironic that that's the place that he had to go to?
Very.
Very ironic that a first-round drafted quarterback that could have won the first. I'm going to just say this, y'all, newsflash, I think Shedeur Sanders is a better quarterback than Cam Ward. Don't throw no stones at me. This is just me saying, oh, you got your blood. No, I'm just saying. My opinion, if I had a mock draft, not whatever, I feel that Shedeur is a better quarterback than Cam Ward. That's not a knock on Cam Ward. I'm just telling you, it's a debatable conversation. A lot of people gonna go with Cam Ward. Some people gonna go with Shedeur. I think Shedeur is the best quarterback in this draft. That's just my opinion, right? So, top 5 possible pick falls all the way to the 5th round. And the team that drafts him is the team that his daddy said that he wouldn't go to. You do with that what you want to do with it.
Right. So, but and what you just said kind of goes back to what I was about to say earlier when you mentioned, like, Ryan Leaf and other players.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking to myself, we didn't have Bo Nix. I would love to have Shedeur stay in Colorado too.
I'd have been in Colorado. I would have said, TD, shit. I'll let you onboard me. You can onboard me as a Broncos fan all over.
Because the young man is a really good talent. I mean, and like you said, they are all good kids. I mean, we didn't just hear anything bad about these young men, and I wish them all well, though. The ones, all the young men that got drafted. I mean, good luck to you. I mean, you work hard, you made it where you need to make it, and you got a chance to, in a lot of cases, provide for your family, which is what was a lot of people's goal. But let's keep it right here when we talk about the Browns and Shedeur and Ryan Leaf. When we get to talking about quarterbacks, Ken, all of them can throw, and some of them can run faster than others, and so forth. My question is, how much is it the system? What if you take Ryan Leaf and put him in and put him in New England system. Or you take, people call, Jamarcus Russell, said the same thing about him, but I watched the interview that he did with the pivot. He said you'll have a talk with Cam Newton. But but you take him and put him in another situation under another coordinator.
Well, systems, yeah, systems absolutely matter.
Yeah.
Let me say this: in the NFL, there is no lottery. So if you drafted first, you sucked. You wasn't a good team to begin with. So unless they overhaul the roster, new coach, TD, new mindset, sometimes it doesn't work out. Ryan leave, and then sometimes the player goes in and have to play too soon. He struggled. I remember that documentary. He struggled, then he got to dealing with some alcohol, and then he got, he just kind of spiraled out of control. Jamarcus Russell was a talent. He just never studied to play. He never took preparation serious. And he even said that and through his own admission, I think it was the pivot, or maybe it was I Am Athlete at the time, with Fred, with Channing and Fred Taylor them.
Pivot, yeah.
But yeah, I see that. I agree with that. All I'm saying is this: is that in the end, bro, he got to go do what he got to go do now. If Shador is who I think he is as a quarterback, he got an uphill battle. Because the reality of the matter is, now here's what I will say. I don't feel like this probably wouldn't have happened if there wasn't those reports coming out. Because there was some reports coming out that the process got disrespected. And in the end, those people are not going to allow somebody with that kind of power and influence make a mockery of their process, make a mockery of their league. It's not going to happen. I said that on Saturday, and I stand on that. I don't care how much I like Shador. Nobody's bigger than the shield, bro. You're not going to go in there and make a mockery of that. They had a report came out that said Coach Dabo from New York, they damn near got into it because he kind of called Shador out on lack of preparation, and it just kind of went downhill from there. And he didn't really care for it. Like some of those guys, listen, that happens today, TD. If a kid is in the portal and he get on the phone with our coach and he has some conversations, it could go left. Kid come on a visit and you realize, yeah, this ain't for me. But I did find it rather funny. And I'm saying this for those who think I'm just talking out the side of my left cheek. Listen to what I'm saying. They drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round, bro. Already having that put them at 4 quarterbacks, TD.
Oh, you know what, bro? I don't doubt it.
Flacco, Pickett, you draft Gabriel. My question is, who made the call and said Browns take him? Just say it, bro. I think I think what the NFL did with Shador was an absolute finger sign to Deion.
Facts.
It was a finger sign. I'm telling you, that's my thought process on it. I stand by that. And Deion, and listen, I said it on Saturday. They told him, look, I got your boy. They can't touch Deion, bro. But if you want to hurt Deion, how do you hurt him, TD?
You heard it. You want to hurt him?
No. Follow me on this because I don't want people to take this the wrong way. Deion loves his kids now. He loves his kids. But if they had done it to Shiloh, it really wouldn't have. The golden goose is this young brother right here.
Thanks.
Everybody know that Shador was the golden goose. And they said, I got your boy. I got your boy.
And
so, it played out. It worked out.
I'm gonna tell you this too, Ken. Apply where it may. I know one thing.
Trump called him. Hey, the lady that be talking a little crazy, little young lady who would be at the White House, she did say that President Trump put out a statement and then he got drafted later. So I don't know. I thought that I didn't know if that was real or not. It turned out it was real because she spoke on it today, TD. I was like, wow, he did tweet about it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say too, man. I mean, you listen to some of the story that came, out of Jackson State, during that era. You have to watch how you treat people. Period.
In every aspect of life, brother.
Every aspect of life, you got to watch how you treat people because you never know when you might need those same people or when you might get treated the same way. I know, I try to always treat people well, but I know there'll be time I didn't succeed, and then I'll be like, you know what, I said this to that person, thinking that it just was comical, not really knowing how that it made that person feel. And I'm like, okay, so when things like that get done to you, I'm like, okay, so that's how that person felt, or that's how that person received.
Yeah.
Receive that. So it's the same thing, man. I mean, the reports was out. Some of our players, didn't get the support that they needed back in the day.
Oh yeah, that was definitely the case.
So you know what I'm saying. You never know. I mean,
a lot of players left this program feeling a lot of different ways, bro.
Right.
I think it's gonna be a book or some type of documentary done later on in life, TD. I mean that.
So that's what I'm saying. You got to watch how you treat people. So, whether it was 2-3 years ago, you know what I'm saying? Hey, here we are in the now. So, hey, man, life have a chance of revolving. They're going to come back around and, you just have to, just be mindful of the way that you carry yourself, the way you treat people, and the people how you want to be treated. And go on, because you know what? One day, it may be me, it may be you that need that same help. You're on top now.
That's facts.
But when you're on top,
what's
man,
the golden rule in life, bro?
Treat others how you want to be treated. Love thy neighbor as thyself.
I'm gonna give you a scenario. Even if you think it's a joke, the person that you're across from it's their life. One of the most disrespectful things you can do is when somebody is really and truly giving you their all, and you make a mockery of it.
Ooh, boy. Ooh.
You know what I said?
You say, hey,
I'm over here talking to you, and I'm over here on some serious stuff, and I'm trying to handle business, and you laughter is a sign of really laughter is a way of really dismissing somebody. I was taught that.
Depending on the situation, for sure.
Yeah. Like somebody, when somebody being serious, they tell you go. That's a form of dismissing what they're saying, and it can be perceived as disrespect. Of course, we're not talking about. We weren't in the room, so y'all know. Don't. But the point that I'm making is, in that situation, bro, you no longer get to dictate how that is perceived. That's why you go in with a uniform respect. And that showed forth. Now, let me say this. Let me be anti for a second. That showed forth a lack of maturity, bro. I'm going to say this right here. There are different rules for the quarterback position.
Yes. Oh,
the rules are different.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to quarterback, it's hard. You never want to be in a situation where you performed and you executed at the highest level, man, that you could have, and then you do something that make you now have to defend yourself and your character because of the way something has been perceived. And in the end, the rules still apply to you too.
Facts.
That's all it is. And that the rules still apply, bro. It does, man. And I said it and I stand by it, and I mean that, bro. If you want to be in somebody's organization, you got to roll by it. It's the king's domain, bro. When you go into the kingdom, you got to understand that the rules that are of that kingdom or of that domain, you have to abide by, bro. TD, if we're gonna go visit another country, bro, We better learn the laws of the land.
Woo.
What might be acceptable on this side, you get over there, it might be offensive to someone, and it could possibly cost you your life or your freedom or your trip.
Yeah, throwing a piece of paper on the ground. You know,
yeah. Spitting on the ground. Like it could be anything. I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
In other words, when you're in Rome, you do what the Romans do.
Boom shakalaka. I say this, we got a couple minutes and we're gonna be out of here, y'all. I did say this, CD. I feel like the process would have been handled a lot better, maybe if he did have an agent. Because I feel like an agent would have advised him on some of those situations. There's nothing wrong with him not throwing, because Cam Ward didn't throw neither. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different aspects. But Cam Ward was very, very, very professional. Never heard any rumblings. Even when he was interviewed after I watched some of his interview with the Titans, and they asked a question about Shedeur. He's very, very professional, very good answer. He really did answer it very well. Said he knew him for 5 years. They work out together. They had the same quarterback coach. He's a really good player. He feel like he's gonna definitely go in and compete. But it cost him $50 million, bro. But according to the conspiracy theorist person that was in the chat, they were saying they're gonna give it all back to him because they set this all up for ratings, and the ratings were high. Day 2 and day 3 was the highest it's been. I think it was a 40% increase in ratings, bro. Because people was watching the draft. I had my buddy inbox me with a voice message. Said, man, I've never in 44 years. Shout out to my brother Jay Jones out there. He said, man, I've never watched the NFL draft in my 44 years of my life. I never watched the NFL draft in my life. He said, I found myself watching that draft, bro. I watched every day because it was. And so if this was some marketing ploy, it worked. But we're gonna see what happens, man. We root for Shedeur. We wish him all the best, man. Godspeed, brother. Go in there and handle your business. Now you gotta go compete against old Flacco. You gotta compete against young Dylan Gabriel, young Kenny Pickett. Deshaun Watson got an Achilles injury, so he'll be rehabbing the whole season. 7.3 million
still in the league, but
man, Flacco, my age, bro.
I thought he was gonna get out the league when he tanked in Denver.
Hey man, they needed a veteran presence. So honestly, that's a thing.
And I actually went to one of those games. I think we won that one though. We played.
We gonna go to a game this year, bro. We gotta go to a game, bro. We gotta find us a game. I gotta find a team first, bro. I gotta see what team coming in. Man, I ain't gonna see no damn Raiders, man.
Speaking of
unless it's that Sunday, TD, when we play we play Grambling.
Schedule dropping on what 12th, 14th?
Well, they probably wouldn't play that game, right? Actually, they would, TD, because remember the Celebration Bowl? Remember we went to the media room. We coming back, they was already clearing the field off, getting the field ready for the Sunday game.
Right.
Sure was. So it's highly possible. Go ahead.
Hey, let me before we drop, I want to say this. I want to go to the HBCU space right here. Shout out to Merch Pack and EA and all them folks right there for Denver Broncos signing my guy, Kendall Boulder. Kendall, go out there and ball. Huh? Go out there and ball. Ken, I think you talked to his dad at the Legacy Bowl, right?
Yeah, man, Mr. Boulder. Congratulations to him. Right. Yep, he did sign.
Congratulations to Kendall Boulder. I am, he is a Bronco. I hope he get in there with that tough secondary that we got and prove his point on the HBCU level for sure. I mean, get in there and ball out, Kendall. Congratulations for being a Bronco. I'm definitely supporting you. And man, I'm a big fan of the young man you got on screen too. Carson Vincent.
Hey, bro.
Man, I like the way that young man carried himself. Wait a minute. Hey, EA, don't overstep your boundaries, sir.
What did he say? Man, he always go too far, man.
He's a
they got a half healthy quarterback over there. And now they walking around their chest stuck out. We're gonna cave it in November the 1st. But keep going, Doc.
I just say
got them little quarterback. Now he talking all greasy and stuff in the chat, man. Man, you can't get Epo nothing, man.
Hey, we're a team. We got a rattle on the team, buddy. Your cousin Thelma, she a Bronco fan. We got a rattle on the team. That's all right. He in a Bronco uniform. Now he in a different orange.
Man, I'm trying to find his. I don't see his agreement posted just yet.
But you know what? I like the comments that Carson Vincent made at the Senior Bowl. Man said, yeah, I went to HBCU. He said, I'm proud of it. I'm paraphrasing for sure. You know, probably went to HBCU. He said he better than just about anybody on the team. He showed it.
I said the real orange.
So, I know you went to the Baltimore Ravens, you know, kind of putting you in the mind now of the blind side. I got Michael Orr. So go out and do your thing.
I think that kid I think he's gonna play for a very long time, barring no serious injury. TD, he's gonna have a long career. Really good offensive tackle, man.
Real man.
Really good. I like this graph. Shout out to FCS Stats that put this out. Hey man, this is the goal. This is the goal to get our program up to we gotta get some more draft picks, man. But I want to show this in the last 10 NFL draft. I'm just gonna mention this real quick, TD. By position, 23 cornerbacks, 21 offensive tackles, Carson Vincent in 2025. 15 outside linebackers, 14 offensive guards, 12 defensive ends and wide receivers, 10 defensive tackles, 9 quarterbacks, and 9 tight ends, bro. And here's a list of the schools that got them. Man, North Dakota State is kicking butt, bro. First with 14 picks over the last 14 seasons, bro. 15 seasons, I want to say. That's insane, bro. But this is the level we got to get to, man. I know things have changed. Central Arkansas had a really good draft, too. They had a solid draft. Look at South Carolina State up in there. They had Coach Buddy Pugh put a lot of players, 6 players in the NFL via the draft. Tennessee State has put 5 in the William & Mary, Chattanooga. Looked like Eastern Washington, and then maybe that's Incarnate Word, and Montana State, I think. But we got to get on that list, man.
Yeah,
get on that list, man. We have to. And now it falls on Jeremiah, man. Jeremiah's up next, and others, not just Jeremiah, but we got to. And I'm gonna speak on that real quick before we leave too, TD. Something I do want to say, but we're gonna continue that conversation another time. I'm gonna let you have the last word.
Well, actually, I'm about to say this because it kind of it came in my mind, and I hate to put the pressure on the young man like this. And I ain't gonna say exactly, but now that I think about it, you know, Carson Vincent, I guess he'll put you in more so of a mind of an Orlando Pace, but I really wanted to say my guy Walter Jones, you know, who was the pitcher that were used in the blind side. I had a chance to play with Walter Jones. We was at Holmes. That was the best player. He won offensive player of the year, Ken, as an offensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? That boy was that good.
And what in college or
we played at home together.
The only time I've seen that my high school classmate was player of the year as an offense. Doug Buckles.
I remember him.
Yep, he went to Ole Miss. Yep. He won offensive player. He won the player of the year award as an offensive lineman. Keep going.
Right. And when we was at home, Walter Jones won the offensive player of the year. He went on to Florida State, and of course, ended up going playing double-digit years at Seattle. You know, matter of fact, Isaiah Spencer dad was on the team with us. Rod was on the team. Shout out to Rod.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man. Yeah. They had a good team. So
man, you know what? I never put 2 and 2 together that y'all were actually college teammates. I didn't.
Mm-hmm. He was ahead of me. He had me about a year. Yeah, man. Dwayne Starks was on the team. Ended up playing.
I remember Dwayne Starks, man.
That played for the Ravens. Yeah,
were you there with my cousin Ballhead?
Ballhead left the year I came.
Okay.
Ballhead had me about 2 years. Yeah. But he came back, for some games.
He said Dwayne Starks. I thought Dwayne Starks.
He did. He played. Dwayne was more like a freshman when Barhead was like a sophomore.
What was one Smoot in JUCO during that time?
Now Smoot went straight to Mississippi State.
Oh no, he didn't. Why did I think Smoot went to Hines, bro? No, he went to Mississippi.
Did he? He probably did. You know what? You may be right. But I know you finalized at Mississippi State.
Oh, he definitely finalized at Mississippi. Yeah, no doubt. No, man, no, you good? Are you good? I did want to throw this up real quick. I want to say her early congratulations. We're gonna feature you guys, man. Congratulations in advance for our Tigers that'll be graduating this week, man. Huge honor. The Stoll ceremony is 1 p.m. Lee E. Williams Athletic and Assembly Center at 1 p.m. So if you guys, the student athlete Stoll ceremony is at 1 p.m. on May the 1st. And we do have Food Truck Friday. We have another Food Truck Friday this Friday at the Vet, man, from 11 to 3 p.m. 11 to 3 p.m. Look, eat your lunch over there and go get your season tickets, man. That's what we have with you. The purpose of Food Truck Friday is for you to get your season ticket. So if you haven't gotten your season tickets, we got to get that. Yep, that's right. He did go to start. He did go to Hines first. Appreciate that, Justin. I thought he did.
No.
Absolutely, man. So, but yeah, man, that's pretty much the gist of what we had. I one thing I did want to touch on, because I will say this, and this is something that Carson Vincent got a chance to go to the Senior Bowl, TD. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, it starts right now. Jeremiah has to get to the Senior Bowl. I mean that. The draft starts in Mobile, bro, for the Senior Bowl. And I was, I know he got a lot of momentum going into the season, as heralded as probably the top FCS defensive lineman. Got to build on that. We got to put some marketing behind that. And anybody that's draft eligible coming out of the team, if they on that level, I think Jeremiah has checked the box on that, and we got to make sure that we're bigging him up. If he chose to stay and build a legacy with Jackson State, we got to do our part, bro. We got to start right now. We got Dr. Doom over in Mobile. When we go over there, whenever they celebrate him and erect, the statue and put him in place, we got to go over there. We got to make them connections, and we got to the university got to continue to market. And I know Austin and them going to do a great job, but we almost damn near got to start a campaign, bro, because a lot of this stuff is politics too, if we're being honest. So it ain't gonna hurt to do more to help the visibility of it.
Right, like you said, and that would be great for starting again, fostering relationships.
Absolutely. Aubrey got over there. Didn't get drafted, but got to the Dolphins, and he's in a great place. He's still with NFL aspirations, man. So, but no, it would be a great look to get him over there, because I know if he do get over there, TD gonna dominate. But the reality of the NFL draft and these evaluations and signings and whatnot, you have to dominate. I don't care what level you're on, you gotta dominate. You can't be middle of the pack. You can't leave room for doubt. What you say? See, you can't have it on one day, not have it on the other day. You have to
go at all time.
So the NFL draft for 2026 starts right now, and that brother putting that work in, man. And barring no injuries and no unforeseen unpredictables, bro, we fully expect him to have a monster year.
So someone asked this question in the chat, and ironically, I was thinking it at the same time. Johnny Houston is still with Cleveland, right?
Yep, as a restricted free agent.
Okay.
Let me check for you. Let me check real quick. I from last I checked, the Cleveland Browns. Let's see. James Houston, where he at? Ooh. Is he a restricted free agent or is he a free agent? I don't see him on his roster that I'm looking at, bro.
James Cleveland Brown defensive end.
They get a free agent, man.
Okay. Yeah, man, I enjoy seeing James play, man. I want to
He putting that work in. I saw him putting that work in just the other day, TD.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely was doing that. But no, listen, I say this, man. I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes and the few cash apps. I didn't put my person up there. I put the actual business because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna replace some microphones. I didn't tell you that. I mean, I gave my set of microphones to my nephew, the DJI joints, man, because he went into real estate and he was making the content, bro, and he sounded like this. It's just like, bro, if you making content, dog, and you sound like you talking on the water, you gotta get some better microphones. So I let him try the microphones. I said, try these out for a little minute. And and it was good. I said, you know what? Just keep it, bro. Content went up. I was like, you can have bad video as long as you got good sound. It's good, TD. But if you got an amazing video quality and you got horrible audio, that video is trash, bro.
Right. So,
yeah, but that's why I did that. But no, nevertheless, man, thank you guys for all the birthday wishes. Birthday tomorrow in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna be 43 of them things. So appreciate and this is for y'all who's on that time. If you're on the West Coast, I got 2 hours and 20 minutes. But nah, man, good seeing you, bro. Listen, hey man, keep your head up. Every day, man. We're gonna, one thing about that rain, bro. The flowers grow real pretty when the sun come back out. You know what I'm saying? So you already know it, man. Good seeing you, there, bro.
You're not in that bed, man. Got to keep the yard up, man.
No doubt, man. Hey, y'all, we appreciate y'all with the support. We'll be back on Wednesday. We'll see how it go, man. I know we were supposed to have, but look, we're gonna have Tiffany on this thing soon. We're supposed to be talking about the red. We're supposed to be doing a red debate. I'm gonna be defending the red. She's saying she don't like the red. We're gonna get her on. Tiffany is president of the Blue Bengal Athletic Association, and we'll do it one day. Coming up soon. But nevertheless, bro, good seeing you, bro. Appreciate everybody. Thank you, Miss Sylvia. I appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. DI love.
Go Tigers.
Appreciate everybody.
Great day to be a Tiger. JSU by 40 campaign. Coach Taylor, I was just thinking, I was sitting in my office and we're talking about Jackson State athletics, the tradition of Jackson State. You played here. What if 50,000 alums gave $40 a month for 12 months?
Man, that was huge. That's money in the bank for athletic program.
Let's do this, Coach. I'm challenging all 50,000 alumni of Jackson State University, supporters, fans. Let's give $40 a month to JSU by 40 campaign. 12 months, 12 million. September to August, let's win championships in the classroom. Let's support Jackson State University. Let's support athletics. And let's make sure our coaches and our student athletes are successful. So again, Coach Taylor and I are challenging you, all 50,000 alums, $40 a month for 12 months to support Jackson State athletics. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Support the JSU by 40 campaign. Visit gojsutigers.com/JSU by 40.
ShotRx is bringing healthcare to you. With our mobile health team, we can come to your school, church, or business to take care of you. We offer childhood immunizations, COVID and flu vaccinations, physicals, and much more. Don't put your health off. Welcome to Care and Compassion. Welcome to ShotRx.
Hey, this True Thompson. True, you got to get word for Tiger Nation, man. I love y'all. Tiger Nation. DI love. Go Tigers, baby. Appreciate you.